Mr. Serranes, who is our DJ. Hit it, sir. Hit it, hit it, hit it. And our host, was you ready, Miss Kedley? You can go ahead and present yourself because you are our host for the day. Go ahead, hit it one more time, Mr. Serranes, our DJ for the day. Awesome. I'm excited.
Kedley, go ahead and speak.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. DJ Serranes, I thought you were gonna give me some more music to pump me up. I need some music. Good afternoon, everyone. While DJ Serranes is gonna play a little bit of music before I start, go ahead and share this live. Please share so we can get started. Welcome aboard. And we have a lot of amazing guest speakers with us this afternoon. And we want you and your circle to hear the information that we're gonna share. So go ahead, share the live right now. Share the live, share. And Serranes, give us some music.
I want you to hear your heart, cause that's how you stay on par. Oh, yeah. No need to raise the bar when you're feeling low. Oh, you gotta breathe, let it go and let it be. Yeah, I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe. Life seems like one big test with barely much time to rest. It goes right when you go left. It's more than you can digest, but nobody's gonna die if you say you need some time to step back and clear your mind. Yeah, everyone will be fine. All you need to know is all you gotta breathe. Let it go and let it be. I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe. Now breathe in and breathe out. Now breathe in and breathe out. Have faith and no doubt, you're gonna realize that's what life is all about. You just gotta breathe. Let it go and let it be. Yeah, I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe. Yeah, all you gotta do is breathe. Yeah, let me hear you breathe.
All right. Thank you, DJ Serranes. I am pumped up this afternoon, guys. Good afternoon. Welcome. Please let us know your name and where you're dialing from. Put on the chat.
All right. Can you guys hear and see Miss Kedley? All
Not
right.
anymore.
DJ Serranes, hit it.
It looks like we're having some technical difficulties, so let's go ahead and move on. Let's go.
Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe. They say that all you need is faith, but it's almost like you lost your way. took a few wrong turns, took a few breaks, falling behind now, looking for grace. Cause you need someone to lift you up, yeah, make right all the things you've done. Cause on your own you'll never know, you'll never know. If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, the water. Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe.
All right, all right, all right. We are back, ladies and gentlemen. We are back. Listen, you guys, as Miss Ketty was about to say, you guys are in for a treat. And we are dealing with technology. We love it, can't live without it, can't do without it. We've got to have technology. And that's how the world run around. And we are here today because of technology. So we want to stay on time. And I am not your host for the day. And just sometimes today you'll get to hear from me. But as I'm about to bring our first speaker for the day, as he's bringing on his PowerPoint, I want to let you guys know you are not watching us by accident. You are here on purpose. This is our Expo of 2023. This is an expo we hold every single year around this time in the summer, and it's called Health and Wealth Expo. Now, why do we call it Health and Wealth Expo? Because in life, you need good health and you need good wealth. You need both. You can't live without it. Can we all agree? Guys, I don't want to say too much because it's not about me. You came here to hear some of our amazing speakers. We have a full house, so that's why we want to stay on time. But guys, this expo, do us a favor right now, right here. Stop and share that link, share the post, share this live, interact with us, put some fire emojis, and let's get this thing. Let's stop the internet by sharing this information. We are live streaming this info. If you are here on our Zoom, this has been live streamed, meaning we have people all over the world watching. We have some people in Africa, Haiti, wherever. We have people all over. Now, enough said on that. We bringing our first speaker of the day, talking about technology. He's gonna set the stage. He's gonna tell you about something that's really taking the internet by storm. Everybody's talking about that one particular thing that's changing the world. And guys, that is the future. Now, if you guys ever heard of the word AI, which is artificial intelligence, do me a favor, put AI in the chat, put AI in the comment, because this gentleman, he's an expert. He's a passionate individual. He loves talking about AI. He is a father. He is a husband. He is not only IT is his background, he is also an AI. That's his thing. That's his playground, you guys. He is also an investor. When it comes to Bitcoins and all of those names that you can't even pronounce, he is the guy. Guys, this is somebody who's past. He goes beyond introduction. If I miss out anything, he'll fill you in. But in the next few minutes, he's going to tell you so much things that you're going to wish that you had invited more people to be here with you. Mr. Wilkinson, CJ, the guy of the hour, he is going to set the platform. He's going to take you guys on a ride. Guys, fasten your seatbelt. Pull off, like if you have your phone, get ready to take screenshot, because literally he's gonna take you on a ride. CJ, the mic is yours, the platform is yours. Take it away, my friend.
Oh, wow. What an introduction. Thank you, Cernes. But I'm very happy to be here today, this afternoon, and I thank every single one of you for joining this, this conference, this expo. Today, we're going to be talking about AI. We're going to be having a conversation. I want to have a conversation with you all about AI. AI is a tool. If it's something that interests you, let us know. Put some comment in the chat and let us know. but artificial intelligence, again, I want to welcome you today to this address. And AI is one of the most transformative forces of our time. And over the next few minutes, we're going to explore the profound impact that AI is set to have on our lives in the next decade or two. So as we stand on the edge of this revolutionary technological revolution, it is really, really crucial that we understand the importance, the opportunities, and the challenges that lies ahead. As AI continues to advance and reshape various industries, there are several ways that the average person can prepare and thrive in the AI revolution. And and today, my hope for you is that not only to spark your interest to explore the capabilities of AI, but also to convey to you 5 ways that you can prepare and thrive in the AI-driven world. But first, a little bit about me. As Saran has already mentioned, my name is CJ, for those who don't know. This is my background, well over 10 years in computer systems engineering, over 5 years experience in the blockchain and the cryptocurrency space. I am an investor in crypto and digital assets. I have degrees in computer systems and degrees in information technology as well. And to set the stage, what I want to do is, I want to play a clip from one of my favorite movies of all time. And this is to kind of give you, set the stage for you to understand, the world that we are heading into.
She's paying, I'm paying, the water's coming in. I'm a cop, so I already know everybody's dead. Just a few more minutes before we figure it out. And as Ford was passing by, he saw the accident and jumped in the water.
You are in danger. You are in danger.
Save her! Save the girl! Save her! It didn't save me.
The robot's brain is a difference engine. It's reading vital signs. It must have calculated that.
All right, that's all you get for free, at least.
It did. I was the logical choice. Calculated that I had a 45% chance of survival. Sarah only had an 11% chance. I was somebody's baby. 11% is more than enough. A human being would have known that.
Yeah, exactly. So a human being would have known that. And without spoiling it for anybody, this movie came out a while ago, several years ago. But if you haven't seen it, what we saw in the scene is Detective Spooner, which is played by Will Smith, was involved in an accident, was Detective Spooner and a 12-year-old girl were involved in an accident. And there we had what is called helper robot. Those robots are equipped with AI, and the robot jumped in the water to assist and help. And the AI made a logical decision based on data that it calculated their percentage, the probability of survival, and figures that, okay, it's going to save the one with the highest chance of surviving, instead of saving the little girl the way a human would have done it. We saw the AI saved Detective Spooner, but that leads us to ask the question: what is AI? What is artificial intelligence? In simple term, artificial intelligence refers to the simulation of human intelligence and machines that are programmed to think and act like humans, except in a more powerful and more efficient ways. AI, at the heart of AI, is actually models or intelligence that is given by humans. So when an AI is designed, it goes through what is called a learning model. And that learning model is basically past experiences of humans. So we can see that AI or AI-equipped robot can perform tasks that are usually done by humans, but in a much quicker and efficient way. In the next 10 years, we see AI have an impact on everybody. Everyone in every industry is currently being impacted and will be impacted in every areas of your life. However, we need to also be careful because sometimes AI can make mistakes or have biases because, as I mentioned before, they are ultimately trained by humans initially. So an AI can be trained by humans, but over time, being able to make decisions, logical decisions, of course, using the data that has been that has been put into it. In the next decade, we hope that AI will be used to make the world a better place for everyone, including those that are most vulnerable in our society. AI does have that capability, but it is also important to for people to work together to make sure that AI is a force for good and is used in a fair and inclusive way. You may ask yourself, why should you care? Why do you want to know about AI and its impact on society? After all, some of the messages in the media warn that AI could take all of your jobs, all of our jobs, replace humans completely in the workforce. Some are seeing AI as a doomsday scenario kind of thing where the machines take over and humans become slaves of the machines. But there's also some positive news in the media as well, where some people are saying AI is a universal remedy for the world's biggest problems because of its capability. Unfortunately, none of those are entirely true. So why should you bother to care about AI? Because AI will quickly integrate itself into every aspect of your life. Whether you like it or not, it's going to happen. It's happening. Here are a couple of facts. AI cannot and will not take all of your jobs, but it will displace them. It will, just like the internet, the rise of the internet disrupted and displaced millions of jobs. Your jobs, or a lot of people's jobs, will be displaced. Doesn't mean that it's going to kill those jobs. It simply will move the jobs from one area to the next. And what I mean by that is innovations. As things becomes a lot more efficient, AI will make everything you do will become a lot more efficient. The second fact is that AI will drive the fourth industrial revolution. So whether you like it or not, it will impact your life. So now is the time to embrace AI and try to learn and understand how it works and how you can utilize it to your benefits. Different type of AI, artificial intelligence can be classified into various types of AI based on its capabilities. A lot of people knows ChatGPT and Bard AI simply because of the past couple of years, those generative AI, text-based generative AI, where you feed it an input and then it spits something back out to you. Those are text-based generative AI, and that's simply because the media caught wind of ChatGPT, so those AI became sort of like a household name. But there are various different types of AI that are currently being used in diverse industries, that are a lot more powerful than what we would call like ChatGPT or Bard. And alongside generative AI, text-based, we also see there's also graphics and video-based type of AI, and which we will be talking a little bit more about. We see AI is fueling the next wave of automation across enterprises and industrial computing, enabling organizations to do a lot more with less. Again, let me repeat that. AI is allowing organizations to do a lot more with less as they navigate the economics uncertainties. What does that mean is, if 100 of you can do a job in or a specific task, an organization can use AI or artificial intelligence to perform that task in a more efficient way. So now all of a sudden, one AI is doing the work of 100 people. So that makes sense, you know, from a business perspective. So we see tech giants like NVIDIA and Microsoft are at the forefront of the AI revolution. Microsoft, you know, on the software space, and NVIDIA at the hardware space. And they have partnered to build what is called, or what they would call, the ultimate AI, merging hardware and software to create the ultimate AI. And NVIDIA and Microsoft are not the only players in the industry. You also have Google, you have Tesla, and another major AI company that a lot of people don't really know well about is Palantir. Palantir is a company that designed software, AI software, that the government used to catch bin Laden. I don't know if a lot of you may not know who bin Laden is, but you know, right now we see the war in Ukraine, you know, the war between Russia and Ukraine is able to put up such a good defense and work with logistics because of AI software that Palantir created. So we see in how AI is already being integrated in several areas of our lives, and the impact of AI goes way beyond these industries that you're looking at on the screen. Be sure to take a screenshot. This part is very, very important, and we see AI impacting you know, the finance industry, cybersecurity, and of course, healthcare research, particularly healthcare. We see the impact of AI in healthcare is immense, where, you know, AI is helping, you know, doctors to diagnose diseases. We see AI helping healthcare workers to, you know, to provide better care for their patients. So AI is being used such as a tool, an assistant, which right now, if you look at your phone or your wearable, your smartwatch, there's an AI that's looking at all the data points about your health and able to tell you, checking your heart rate, checking your pressure, your blood pressure, and things like that. Those are AIs being used in diverse situations, in diverse areas of our lives. Enhanced personalization, what is that? That is another area where we see AI making a huge impact. What is that? You may ask, is so personalization, you know, AI will revolutionize the way we receive information, and it's already doing it. So we are already stepping into that sphere where AI is going to be more integrated in our lives. The way we receive information, entertainment services, you know, it's going to be a lot more personalized, more tailored to what to our liking. So with advancements in machine learning is another form of artificial intelligence. But AI will understand our preferences, our behaviors, and needs better than ever before. Imagine a world where every interaction is tailored to your unique requirements, whether it's personalized healthcare, which is gonna be great, really awesome. Targeted advertisement, not so good. But you know, or customized educational experiences. So everything is going to be more tailored to our liking, to what we like. You know, if you look at the the YouTube algorithm, you look at the you know, the Facebook algorithm and Instagram, those algorithms is, and the back of it is an AI looking at how you're interacting with the platform, what you're liking, what you're watching, you know, what you're posting, you know, like it's taking a lot of information, a lot of interactions and information about you and your liking to be able to serve you more content of you know, of what you like, more content about what you like. That is enhanced personalization. So we see a lot of tech companies, major tech companies, that has been using that algorithm or that logic to be able to you know, to be able to keep you more engaged. And with the AI revolution, what we see is that is taken from a social media perspective to a more personal or personalized way. So there's no question that AI is a tool. It is a powerful tool in providing unique, personalized experiences. So moving on, we see other areas where AI will have an immense impact over the next decade. AI will continue to drive development of autonomous systems across various domains. Everything will become autonomous. A lot of objects will become smart. Smart homes, a lot of the devices in your homes will become smart. So we'll start seeing a lot of automation, and we will witness self-driving cars becoming mainstream. And we already have self-driving cars today. Look at Tesla. And Tesla build their EVs with built-in AI. As you drive, it's collecting all of that data, so that it's able in the future to utilize that data, how you drive, how millions of people drives, and it's taking all of that data points, all of that information, and that's how you're going to have a really well designed machine, smart machine, that will be able to drive you from the East Coast to the West Coast autonomously without you having to do anything. So as we start seeing this type of automation or autonomous systems in the industry, it's going to impact certain areas or certain industries. It's going to disrupt certain industries, such as autonomous drones shaping industries like logistics, right, agriculture, and intelligent robots assisting us in our homes, workplaces. So this is as you saw in the clip that I played earlier, this is the world that we are moving into. It's already here. It's already here. But the reason for the talk today is to enhance, or I'm sorry, it's to spark your interest in understanding what is coming and where we are in terms of innovation and technology. AI in healthcare. The potential of AI in healthcare is immense, as I mentioned before. If you're in the healthcare, this is very important. Pay attention. With access to vast amount of medical data, and I'm talking about vast amount of medical data, AI can get this information, this data, and crunch it and be able to do all type of things with it. For example, it can find cure to certain disease. It helps it helps scientists develop or research certain cure for certain disease. It helps doctors detect certain disease early, because if it's seeing different data points from millions of people, then it can take that information and be able to make a decision or make a logical conclusion based on that data. And this is where we see AI being extremely impactful in the healthcare. Workforce transformation, of course, is going to disrupt the workforce in every area, in every industry, of course. What you're looking at, take a screenshot of this. This is very important. And if you work in in an industry, or your job is to the right of the screen, what we're looking at, the fastest growing versus the fastest declining jobs. You do not want to be on the left side. I'm sorry, on the right side. And as we can see, if you ever walked into a bank, we start seeing automated teller now, automated cashier. These things has been going on for years now. This is an example of how technology interrupt, or how technology displaced certain industries, or interrupt certain industries. And you would want to switch from the right to the left. And we see, according to the World Economic Forum, some 23% of jobs are expected to change by 2027. That's a lot of jobs. And what it means is that you're going to see jobs are shifted, or opportunities will be shifting from one area to the next because of technology. And that's the reason why it's important to be able to adapt very quickly to technology. Some 69 million new jobs will be created by 2027, but also 83 million jobs will be eliminated. So when things like this happen, it's all about being able to shift from one area or from one industry to the next. And with that, you need to understand the five ways that you can thrive in the coming AI revolution. Socioeconomic equality, that's another area where we see AI bridging the gaps, the socioeconomic gaps, by providing equal access to resources, education, opportunities. However, this is something we have to be proactive at it as well. It's crucial. What you're looking at is this is an AI generated art. And creativity and innovation is another area where AI is currently, with ChatGPT and Midjourney. Midjourney is a tool, is an AI tool that allows you to generate pictures such as the one you're looking at on the screen. Why does this matter? It matters because if you're an artist, or if you're a musician, if you're a writer, you can look at it as, okay, this is how AI is going to impact me, is going to, eat away from my bread. Or you can look at it as, this is a tool I can utilize to enhance my work, to make my trade better. You can utilize AI to make new discovery, to generate new music, to generate new art, new literature, and so forth. So we can see AI's ability to analyze data, large amount of data, and generate insights will unlock new frontiers in creativity and innovation. So it's gonna be a net positive. Innovation and technology always provides you with a net positive. So that's the way we should be looking into AI, or looking at AI. We're always looking out for the family, no matter what. However, whatever we do, technology always going to involve the family. It could be something positive or negative. But overall, when you start dealing with with technology, it's important that it is very important that we do hygienes, technology hygienes. So the adoption of AI raises a lot of concerns for privacy and data security. Families must be cautious when using AI-powered devices. You don't want your kids to be having one of these things, kind of glued to their faces all day long. Because what it's doing, it's learning their behaviors, it's learning everything about them, and it's constantly feeding them this type of information that they like. It's sort of like like an addict, like cocaine. And that's the reason why it's important to use technology, especially for young children. It's important to use technologies in a very, very safe way. It is important to note also that AI should not replace human interactions and relationships within the family. So while AI can be a tool, it can provide convenience and support, maintaining meaningful connections and spending quality time with loved ones and is extremely essential for healthy family life. Ethical. It is AI, as AI is becoming a lot more prevalent. Ethical considerations will also be at the forefront as we must address questions about privacy and transparency. Now, this is the moment we've been waiting for. Now is the time that you really want to pay attention. These are the 5 ways you can use to embrace AI, to make sure that AI doesn't quite impact your life in a positive way. It doesn't have to disrupt your life. It can be something that where you use to reinvent your life. How to survive the age of AI. Right? As AI continues to advance and reshape various industries, there are several ways that the average person can prepare. Not only that, you can thrive actually in the AI revolution. Here are 5 distinct strategies you should consider. Again, take notes, take a screenshot if this is important to you. Number 1 is to embrace lifelong learning. It's technology. You got to keep reinventing yourself. You got to keep learning, because AI, and you will see as we have 6 other speakers, and everything that they will be talking about. AI comes in and sort of like close the gap and merge everything, because with technology, it integrates in every part, every area of your life. Keep learning. Do not stop learning. Always keep learning. With automation and AI transforming the job markets, it is extremely crucial to prioritize continuous learning. What does that mean? Acquiring new skills and staying up to date with emerging technologies like AI. Understand ChatGPT, how you can use ChatGPT, Bard AI, all of these tools. A lot of companies now allowing employees to use those tools to be more productive. The next decade or two is going to be a productivity decade. What does that mean? You have to be productive to compete and to remain relevant in the job market. So keep that in mind. The next decade or two is going to be the productivity decade. So consider taking online courses if you have to, attending workshops. Another reason why we do this this expo is, is to pass on that information, to share that information for those who may need it or who may find it to be valuable. Number two is cognitive and skills and social skills. Develop your cognitive and social skills. While AI can excel in performing repetitive tasks or logical tasks, data-driven tasks, human skills such as critical thinking, creativity, emotional intelligence, and problem solving remain invaluable. And as we could see, as we saw in the clip, the robot, although the robot was equipped, that was a helper robot, although it's equipped with AI to be able to read vital signs and be able to make decisions on how and who to save based on that logical computing. AI does not have the human or the emotional intelligence, the human factor, the human touch. AI doesn't have that. So the more human, the more you develop your cognitive or your social skills, the better it will be, because those skills will become invaluable as we move into the AI driven world. Those skills are really hard to automate. So always cultivate your ability to think critically, to communicate effectively, collaborate with others, and adapt to new situations. Number three, you will need to seek roles that complement AI. Again, the same thing I was talking about earlier. The internet age left a lot of people behind. Why? Because they could not adapt to the internet or to technology quick enough. So if we take, and the same goes not just individual, but the same goes for businesses. Every business is going to be an AI business. And in IT, there was in the past decades or past 2 decades, we had this term where we said every company is a tech company. Why? Because you have to use technology to remain competitive in the market. If you don't use technology, you basically don't really have a business. So in the next decade or two, it's going to be the same thing for AI. Every company, every business, no matter small or big, will be an AI company or an AI business, because you will have to use AI to remain competitive or to even have a business, because that's the world we're moving into. So as you seek roles that complement AI, all that is that you are able to work with AI to be more productive, to be more efficient. So instead of perceiving AI as a threat, as a lot of people may be doing, the same thing they did with technology or with the internet back in the days, identify areas where AI can be a tool to enhance your work. For example, we see, as a healthcare worker, we see nurses utilizing AI to better care for their patients, to provide better care. We see doctors using AI to perform, surgery, to better perform surgery, or to diagnose certain disease a lot quicker. So, a patient walks into the hospital and we see, AI being utilized in the ER. Like 100 people walked into the ER, but you only have 50 beds available. Who do you decide who gets the bed? So we see AI being utilized to make the decision as to whether it doesn't matter what time you show up at the ER, but someone else who who has a condition that is a lot more critical might get the bed that you've been waiting for the past hour or two. So we in the healthcare, this is how we see AI being utilized to make this type of decisions, which is the reason why it's important to pay attention, take notes of these things and understand what the world that we are moving into. So we're almost done here. So roles involving strategy, innovation, relationship management, and decision makings are a lot less likely to be fully automated. Number 4 is entrepreneurship and creativity. So we saw a picture that was generated by AI. If you someone who's creative, you can use AI sort of like a gold mine. Really, right now, with everything that you can do with AI, there are a lot of people, making strides with AI right now. The AI revolution also presents a lot of opportunities for entrepreneur and innovations. Identify problems or gaps that are in the market. That's why earlier I mentioned pay attention to the market, pay attention to to innovation. What are we doing? Because as technology shift opportunities, new opportunities will emerge. So if you're able to look at the market and see the needs, what needs are in the market, you can utilize that, and start a business or start a solution that cater to that problem. If you're a problem solver, the market will pay you a lot of money. There's no question about it. You have to get in the mindset of becoming a problem solver, or identify gaps in the market that you can fill those gaps, and you will be in a very, very good position. So definitely entrepreneur skills, creativity, and growth mindset. Definitely have a growth mindset. Again, take notes, take a screenshot of this. A growth mindset is the idea that you're not perfect, but you're working toward it. You're always growing. You're always learning new things and learning and figuring out different ways to do things. That is having a growth mindset. So those can enable you to adapt to the changing landscape and create value in a novel way in the industry. Lastly, we need to foster ethical and responsible AI practices. That means everybody needs to get involved and try to understand how this technology is being developed. It is still being developed, how it's being developed. So check on a political level, check with a regulation with the regulators. What type of regulations are being put out. Like the major tech companies that are really developing and taking this technology to the next frontier. So always stay abreast, and if you cannot start a company, you can invest in a company also. There's a lot of AI companies that's gonna be the next Amazon and AI. Of course, that's gonna be we saw Microsoft and Amazon and Nvidia at the forefront of this technology. So you don't necessarily, it's something that you can also invest in and be in a very, very good position in the future as well. So that is that. Don't forget that the future belongs to the braves, and don't be scared of AI. It is, and like any tool, it can be used for good and it can be used for evil. In summary, AI can positively impact family life. We're always looking out for the family, of course, and interaction by improving communication, providing personalized recommendations. You already have those on your phones right now. If you reach into your pocket and say, hey Siri, hey Google, and things like that, that's an AI tool in the back end that's able to interact with you and provide you with information. Assistant, sort of like an assistant. So there's no question about that. So we need to remember that the AI revolution brings both challenges and opportunities. Okay, it's a tool. By being proactive, adaptable, and embracing lifelong learning, having a growth mindset, individuals of all kinds can position themselves. You can position yourself to navigate the changing landscape and make the most of the AI revolution. AI is a tool. It is important to embrace AI and not be afraid of it. Ladies and gentlemen, this is all I have for you for today. I hope you really got some values out of it. If you did, put something in the chat, let us know. Reach out, give us some feedback if you got any values from this talk about AI. If you want to learn more about AI, let us know in the chat. The moderator will make sure your questions get to me and I can answer them. But more importantly, let us know if you want to learn more about AI. We can create another session. We can have certain power sessions to have that conversation, create awareness, and provides you with ways you can utilize AI for your good. That's all I have for you. With that, I will pass it back to the host.
Well, it's been the longest day. You wish you could hit erase, but you aren't lucky that way. Oh no, nobody's lucky that way. But I want you to stop where you are. I want you to hear your heart, 'cause that's how you stay on par. Oh yeah, no need to raise the bar when you're feeling low. Oh, you gotta breathe. Let it go and let it be. Yeah, I hope that you're listening. There's only one thing you know you gotta do. That's breathe. Life seems like one big test with barely much time to rest. It goes right when you go left. It's more than you can digest, but nobody's gonna die.
All right. Everyone, fire the chat with some fire emojis. If you learned something from the AI presentation from Mr. CJ, give him a 7. I need to see a 7 on the chat. 7. There you go. I need to see more fire emojis. Yes, I love that. Guys, we feed in with energies. Thank you so much. We're gonna move forward with our next presenter. The next presenter that we have is Miss Kedna. Miss Kedna, she is a medical laboratory scientist by profession, the founder of Royal Amani Boutique. Miss Kedna is a future healthcare administrator, currently finishing her last year of Master of Healthcare Administration graduate school. Woo, woo, woo. She is a health and wellness enthusiast. She is very passionate about healthy living and enjoying helping people make healthy choices. But Miss Kedna also loves juicing and trying new recipes to make her juice. And when she's not doing that and she's not in school as well, she loved traveling, getting to know people, networking, and so forth. Miss Kedna, take it away. The mic is yours.
Hello, guys. Woohoo! I am so excited to be here today, to be able to talk about one of the things that I'm very passionate about, which is health and wellness. Can you guys hear me? Can you see me? If so, put a number 8 on the chat. All right. Are you guys drinking your water? Because it's hot. If not, grab your bottle of water, keep it next to you, because we are not gonna get dehydrated today. All right, so my topic today is maintain healthy living. So we're gonna talk today about the importance of healthy eating and exercise. All right, so let's get started. What is health? When you guys hear of health, what comes to mind? Well, health, the definition of health is a state of complete physical, mental, and social well-being. And it's not merely the absence of disease and infirmity. This is according to the World Health Organization. Okay, so what is healthy living? You hear that word before. Well, it's a way of living that lowers your risk of becoming seriously ill or premature death. So basically it's practicing behaviors or maintaining healthy habits that promotes mental, physical, and emotional well-being. Well, as before I continue, I want to put this disclaimer. I am not a medical doctor, guys, and I am not a nutritionist, and I am not a personal trainer yet. So anything I discuss today, it's all for educational purpose. All right. So let's keep going. So why should we worry or why should we care about a healthy lifestyle? Why should we even choose or maintain a healthy lifestyle? First, it will save you money in the long run, because you won't get to have to go to the hospital, as often, because you don't get sick as often. And it will help you decrease the risk of developing many illnesses. And also, unhealthy lifestyle is known to be one of the factors that contribute to non-communicable disease. What are the non-communicable disease? Well, those diseases are diseases that are caused by not healthy, but they are caused by behaviors, your lifestyle, the way, smoking, all these unhealthy behaviors. So those are the diseases that are caused by non-communicable disease. There are cancer, cardiovascular disease, such as heart disease and stroke. Heart disease is one of the leading cause of death in the United States. It is considered, I would say according to research, 1 out of 5 people die each year by heart disease or cardiovascular disease. That's a lot of people out of 5. And also the non-communicable disease, also diabetes and chronic lung disease. All right, let's keep going. The non-communicable disease, like I mentioned, they are the leading cause of mortality around the world. They are responsible for killing around 41 million people each year, which is equivalent to 74% of all death around the world. That's a lot of people, guys. That's over 50%, almost 3/4 of the population. So to me, that's a lot. That's alone is, that's all I need to know, for me to get motivated. Is that, if I can prevent those kind of disease, if I can prevent developing those kind of disease, I'm all for it. Whatever I got to do, I'm all for it. Factors affecting healthy livings. There are many factors, but today I'm only listing 5 main factors. We have exercise, nutrition and diets. Nutrition and diets are the main factors. And then you have alcohol consumption, mental health, tobacco use. Those are the factors affecting healthy livings. So today, like I mentioned, we're going to focus on the importance of exercise and nutrition and diets. So what is exercise? I know you guys heard that word a lot. Exercise, it's any movement you're doing with your body, any physical activity that will help you overall, that will help improve your overall health and fitness. So it's any movement, as long you're moving yourself, as long you're not sitting, idle, as long you're moving, you're dancing, walking, anything is considered physical activity. And according to our U.S. Department of Health, they recommend that, we get at least 150 minutes of moderate aerobic exercise or 75 minutes of vigorous aerobic exercise. What are the aerobic exercise? It's any type of exercise that keeps your heart pumping. It raises your heartbeat. Like, for example, if I'm just sitting here watching TV, my heart is not doing anything. It's a stable rate. But if I'm moving, I'm dancing, I'm jogging, it raises my heartbeat, which is what we need. So moderate, we'll consider like swimming, what else? Like walking, and then vigorous is more intense, like jogging, running, or hiking, high level hiking, or I'll say lap swimming. There's also considered vigorous. Anything that make your heart beat a little bit faster will consider vigorous. So 150 minutes a week, it's not a lot, it's just 30 minutes a day if you decide to do 5 days a week. or whatever many days you want to do it, you just divide it by 150, and it'll show you how much you have to do, how many minutes you need daily. All right, let's keep going. What are the benefits of exercise? There are a lot of great benefits to exercise. You know, first, exercise will help you control your body weight, because, you know, you don't want to, we all, I mean, there's a standard to body weight where you're not leading into being obesity. So it helps control our body weight. Exercise also strengthens bones and muscles. You know, we need our bones, we need our muscle, because that's how we're able to move. That's how we're able to function. And exercise, it helps boost energy and it improves our mood. Okay, we all know or heard that, you know, people will say, oh, you know, I'm feeling bad today, let me go for a walk. There's a reason, you know, people will want to go for a walk, or they decided to go to the gym, because there's a chemical in our brain that connects, you know, whenever we do any kind of physical activity, it stimulate that chemical, which make us feel good at the end. So that's why people will feel good after like a long walk, and they'll come back and say, oh man, I'm feeling a lot better, you know. And then exercise also help us fight condition and disease such as, you know, high blood pressure, high cholesterol, diabetes, obesity, all those diseases that can be prevented. Exercise is able to help us, you know, fight those illnesses. And mentioned already, improve mood, it improve your mental health. You know, everything is connected, guys. Our brain, you know, how we feel mentally, it affected by, you know, what we do, you know, because sometimes, like, you know, people will say, oh, you know, today I was feeling really bad, really down, but I took a walk and I feel a lot better. All right, let's move forward. Nutritions. When you hear of nutritions, you hear food. Who doesn't like food, guys? I mean, I love food. I'm not gonna be ashamed about it. I have no shame in my game. I love food. I will say I'm a low-key foodie. Yeah, I just love food. I do. And that's what I'm really passionate about, nutrition, because, you know, just because you love food doesn't mean you're supposed to eat every food, or just because food look good or it tastes good doesn't mean it's good for our body. And nutrition is very important because it provides our body the fuel that we need to function. So if you're eating the right food, then you have the right energy, you have the nutrient and the vitamins that our body, you are feeding your body those nutrients, vitamins, and all the micronutrient, everything that the body needs to function, to grow. You know what I'm saying? So if you're not feeding it the good food, you know, then you are you're not doing your body any good. So nutrition is important. Good nutrition is important because it plays a direct impact on our health and overall well-being. So when we talk about good nutrition, we're talking about, you know, healthy fruits. We're talking about fruits. We're talking about vegetables. We're talking about, you know, high fibers food with, you know, that have little to no salt, basically. So poor nutrition. Okay, so now, you know, when we hear about good nutrition, we're talking about protein, food that are less in fats, less in sugar, less in, you know, less in salt. So when we hear poor nutrition, it's basically the opposite of good nutrition, you know. So poor nutrition is unhealthy foods such as potato chips. I love potato chips, you know what I'm saying? But I have to be very careful how much potato chips I'm gonna be eating. You know, I have to try to stay away from those food that are considered unhealthy, processed food. You know, potato chips, ice creams, those food, unfortunately, they are considered as unhealthy because it's just for pleasure. Those food are just pleasure food or comfort food. They have no nutrients whatsoever, you know. So you want to limit those kind of foods. Beverages, sodas, you know, a lot of drinks, you know, carbohydrate drinks with a lot of sugar, no nutrients. It doesn't do anything to your body. Instead of helping, it actually hurts your body more than it helps it. And then unhealthy eating habits, such as overeating. You know, there's a lot of time, you know, To be transparent, we eat because we want to eat, but really we're not hungry. So that's unhealthy behavior. It's overeating or eating when you're not hungry or skipping meals. Science shows that, research shows that, skipping meals is not beneficial because you ended up eating more once you get access to food. So they recommend that we eat little portion at a time. So overeating is considered unhealthy, or finishing your plate. You guys probably heard that statement. Finish what's on your plate. Growing up, they say, oh, don't waste food, but that's wrong. You shouldn't force your body to overeat. So it's important to practice portion control. And again, poor nutrition, it increases your risk for chronic disease. Like, for example, if you someone who loves salt, unfortunately, you're gonna end up with high blood pressure. You're gonna end up with a lot of other chronic disease that can't be controlled because it has that connection. And also food with high fat, food that have very high in saturated fats, like ice cream or bacon. Hey, I know you guys love bacon, I'm sorry, but those food are considered very high in fats, very high in sugar, and then canned food also, very high in salt. So be very careful. Those food really increase your risk of developing chronic disease. All right. So now we say all that. What are the benefits of healthy eating? I kind of already say all that, but healthy eating will help you with digestive function. It helps your digestive system to function better. Like if I go around asking you guys questions, there has to be a time you eat something and your stomach feeling funny. You know what I'm saying? Either you feel bloated or you feel pain. You feel all kind of way. You just don't feel good. So it's your body communicating, telling you something. Hey, this food is not good for me, or this food is not doing. It's not. I'm having trouble digesting this food. You know what I'm saying? So it's very important we do eat the right food, and we also listen to our body message. Whatever the message your body is giving to you once you eat that food, that particular food. Again, healthy eating will help support muscles and strengthen your bones. And another thing, it increase or boost your immunity system. So, I mean, like, it's so true is that, I don't know for everyone, but for me, like when I eat junk food or when I'm eating unhealthy, I just, feel very sick. And sometimes it's quicker for me to catch a cold because of the food that I've been eating. You know what I'm saying? But once I'm like, on a healthy mode, or, I'm more on the healthy side, then I feel stronger. It's like if I catch a cold, I'm easily get rid of it like the next day or whatnot, because it connects your immunity. It connects your immune system. The food we eat, like I say, is the fuel that give your body all the nutrients, all the everything that it needs. Some foods like fruits and vegetables, they are very high in antioxidant. Antioxidant is it fights cancer cells. You need it. You need a lot of fruits and vegetables because it has those chemical, or it has those nutrients that helps fight disease. All right. So healthy eating, again, it reduces risk in health condition and some disease. So as you guys hear, I'm repeating that, you can see there's a connection between eating and exercise, nutrition, exercise, So healthy eating also, it improves your brain function, your sleeping quality and productivity. So many times we eat some food and we feel sleepy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that's the reaction the food have and result. That's the reaction that we get from eating the food. Like if you guys can remember, like doing Thanksgiving dinner, after you're done eating, you feel so sleepy. You just want to go to bed. You don't feel like doing anything. It's because of the tryptophan, which is a chemical in the turkey, and all the carbs that put your body in like a coma mode, like you just want to go to sleep. And there are foods you eat that you feel energized. You know, you feel like you want to dance. It just keep you hype. You know what I'm saying? So yeah. So everything is connected, guys. Like food is connected to exercise. Exercise is connected to food. And you know, there are time you hear people say, "Oh, I'm eating good, but I'm not able to lose weight." Well, are you exercising? Or people say, "Oh, I exercise every day, but I'm not losing weight." But what is your eating habit? I love burgers. I love French fries. I drink soda. That's all I drink. I don't drink water. You know what I'm saying? So everything that I just mentioned, as far as, you know, healthy eating benefits and exercise, it connect. You know, it's like, you know, interconnected. All right. So now, you know, I've done say all I said. You know, you probably saying, so now what? What do I do? Well, I have this 7 simple step that I put together. Is just to help you get started, you know, because healthy lifestyle is not just, you know, for one person. It's not just like, oh, I want to do it for 2 months. Oh, I just want to do it for today, then go back to my always. You know, it's healthy living is a lifestyle. You want to make it a lifestyle. You know, you want to make it a habit. So what do we do now? First, I would say is to make a decision today. Make a decision that you want to start eating healthy. Make a decision that you want to live a healthy lifestyle. You want to live healthy. You know, you want to make healthy choices. You want to eat healthy food. You want to live healthy, basically. And write down the reason why you want to do it. Because if you don't have a reason, then you most likely not gonna hold on, or you're not gonna stick to your goal. So let's say, for example, for me, you know, I can write down, I want to eat healthy. I want to live healthy because I want to see my grandkids. I want to live longer. You know what I'm saying? I want to be able to do whatever I want to do, jump, you know, off a cliff, you know, whatever I want to do without any illnesses. You know what I'm saying? So that can be, you know, whatever yours is, write it down. And then you have more chance of accomplishing if there's a why behind it. So second step is find the day and time that you want to exercise. So look at your schedule. Let's be honest. Look at your schedule. Say, hey, what do I have going on for the whole week? Can I squeeze in 10 minutes a day, or 15, 20, or 30 minutes a day? You know, let's say you're not able to. Okay, 7 days of the week, find a day, maybe it's just one day. You know, it's better than nothing at all. So that's the second step. And the third step will be, you know, to start with simple exercise. You know, don't start from, like, let's say today, oh, you know, I want to start exercise. Tomorrow I'm going to start running the marathon. So start small. So let's say if you never exercise, you can say, okay, I'm going to start walking 10 minutes a day. Or you can say, I'm just going to walk for 15 minutes around my neighborhood. Or if you take the elevator to work, you can say, you know what? I work in the second floor. Let me take the stairs. It's only, you know, 2 flights up. So let me take the stairs going up, or let me take the stair when I'm getting down. So that's a start. You know what I'm saying? Again, we said exercise is any physical activity. And just a disclaimer, any time you start in any, you know, exercise, you know, anything vigorous, so please see a doctor, see your primary physician to make sure that you can, this type of exercise is beneficial for you. We don't want you to hurt yourself or anything like that. All right, so number 4 is to stay consistent and exercise regularly. Whatever goals you put down, whatever that you want to do, you want to make sure you stick to it. If you need a partner, you need someone to hold you accountable, do that. And then number 5, we want you to stay hydrated, drink more water. And as we mentioned today, get your water is hot, stay hydrated, drink water, more water. And also when it comes to stay hydrated, I know some people may not like water, but there's a lot of fruits that are very high in water content. So you are welcome, you know, to eat more of those fruits, you know, that also help you to stay hydrated. And then last but not least is increase your fruits and vegetable. Increase your fruits and vegetable intake, you know. So limit other stuff and then eat more fruits. Let's say if you don't like fruits, I'm sure there's a lot of fruits. You'll find at least 1 or 2 that you like. All right. So last steps is to limit processed food, consume less sugar and salt. You know, I'm not gonna tell you to just, you know, go cold turkey today, but my goal or my mission is really to, you know, motivate you, to empower you to start making small steps, you know, towards your goal of healthy lifestyle. That's my goal, is really to limit things, you know, to say, hey, you know, instead of eating this, instead of grabbing a potato chips, let me grab a banana. Instead of, you know, I'm really feeling, I'm craving some sugar, grab a fruit. You know, it's just, you know, to make healthy choices. That's my goal, is to help you to take control of your health and start making healthy choices. All right, guys. So this is all I have for you guys for today. And I hope that I was able to serve you. You know, if you have a questions, please don't hesitate to write it down in the chat, and our MC will get it to me. So please put down your questions. And how can we stay connected? I would love to stay connected with you guys. You know, you can reach me on social media. I'm on Facebook as Kedna LEJ. And then I'm on IG as Kedna _ the chosen 85. And also, you can send me an email. You can also reach me on the www.leisurelist.com. And I want to leave you guys with this wonderful quote that I like. It say, take care of a body is the only place you have to live. This is so true, and there's nothing but the truth. You know, we're not gonna get another body, okay? We're not gonna get another body. God bless us with one body, and this is it. So please take care of it. And that's all I have for you guys. Love you guys. Stay hydrated, and thank you for your time, and thank you for your attention.
All right, all right. If you guys just chiming in, if you are watching this, you just logged in, this is an expo. This only happens
Many
once.
days ending in the darkest night, but on your own you'll never know, you'll never know. If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, the water. Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe. They say that all you need is faith, but it's almost like you lost your way. Took a few wrong turns, took a few breaks, falling behind now looking for grace. Cause you need someone to lift you up. Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe, if you believe it, you can do anything, you can do anything, you can do anything if you believe. If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, the water. Believe you can move the highest mountains.
All right, all right, all right, all right. If you believe you can climb the highest mountain or move the highest mountain, if you believe it is possible. Welcome, welcome once again, everyone. Before we introduce the next guest, guys, we're gonna take the time to give a shout out to a couple of our participants. So we want to give a shout out to Nikki. Welcome, Nikki. Thank you for joining in. Donna, welcome. All right, Mr. Dorisma, welcome, welcome. Linda, welcome. Judith, welcome. Thank you for joining in. Diana, welcome. Is it Maya Castell? Welcome. Lucky winner. All right, we have a lucky winner in the house. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna mess this one up. Asishana, welcome. Amos, welcome, welcome. You can put on the chat where you're listening from. Welcome, welcome. Continue to share this live. Now the next guest we're gonna introduce, and then we're gonna go on social media. All right, I see California in the house. Welcome, California. All right, guys, our next guest we're gonna bring on is Mrs. Marlene Stotts. All right, Mrs. Marlene Stotts. She is a family of the family. But Mrs. Stotts has over 20 years in the financial services sector. She holds a bachelor degree of computer science and a master of business administration from Jackson State, Florida, Jackson State University. Woo, woo, woo. She is the CEO of Financial Literacy Practice, specialized in helping individuals treat their household finances like a business. All right, so your household, you're supposed to run it like a business, and she has the formulas. She's going to share that formula with us on how you can make that happen. Her mission is to ride the body of Christ of financial literacy. She's also the founder of Money Matters. All right, I grabbed my book, and guess what? Stay tuned, because we're gonna give away a couple of these books at the end of this presentation. She is on social media, and her book is When Money Fails. All right, so we are not gonna take any more time and introduce Mrs. Marlene Stotts. Take it away.
Very much. Thank you very much, Kedley. Thank you, Serenice. I am Marlene Stotts. I am so excited to be here this year again. I think I first want to acknowledge the La Julia's Health and Wellness Expo 2023 leadership team on what I believe is their third year of hosting this conference. What they are doing is empowering society to make wise decisions and informed decision when coming to your health, wealth, and we look at today, we talk about technology also with AI, which was very, very good. So congratulations to CJ and Kedna. You know, it's hard to follow information like that. Now we're talking about money. And so may God bless you as you continue to bless humanity. So today I'm going to touch a little bit on the role of women in the household finances. What I'm seeing a lot today is women are not informed. I know this is a conference for both men and women, but my heart is towards women and having women be informed when coming to their household finances. I'm not going to share any slides while we talk. What I want you to do is get a piece of paper and a pen. We're going to have a family fireside chat. And then I'm going to send the PDF and the presentation to the organizers, and they'll send it to you. Because sometimes we get so caught up reading, we don't listen. So I titled this talk, Femininity or Femininity and Stewardship. I grew up in an era where femininity was brandished as a weapon to keep women out of the financial affairs of the household or disempower women. Femininity refers to traits, behavior, and attributes that are typically associated or perceived to being with women or girls. Now, it's important to know that this differs across cultural norms and it changes across space and time. When I grew up, toward me, I grew up in the 60s. It was considered non-feminine for women to do yard work and feminine for women to do housework. But in my household, my husband does 90% of the housework and I do 90% of the yard work. So what we have done, we have redefined what society consider work. A little bit about me. I've been in the field of financial services for over 22 years. I've seen it all. I don't know everything about everything, but I know something about everything. You know, what I've seen is that most time when you talk about money, people think that you were born with a gold or a silver spoon in your mouth. That wasn't the case for me. I was born in Trinidad and Tobago. My mother had 8 kids in 9 years. And my mother at 18 started a private school where she was the principal and teacher of over 50 kids. When she married my dad did not allow her to continue working. So my dad had this cultural belief that women should know their place. Now I'm happy that the union of my mom and dad produced 8 beautiful siblings. But as a result of his position on whether a woman should know anything about the household finances or not, it robbed my mother of her peace, her happiness, and her financial well-being. So women today, I want to rewrite the narrative of woman is your place to know, of woman, know your place, to woman, it is your place to know. And the area where I see the most ignorance among women is in the area of the household finances. Now, let me say this. In many cultures, especially in religious sector, I follow the doctrine of Jesus Christ. And the teaching that man is the head of the household often mislead women to believe that they're not supposed to know anything about what's going on in the household affair. I had a neighbor, a husband get killed on the job, and nobody, he didn't have her name on anything. She didn't have the card to go to the bank to take out any money. The bank shut down all his accounts because there was a culture, it was an Indian culture that the wife don't know anything about the household expenses, the household finances. So women, it is your place to know. I call it is good stewardship to know the financial affairs of your house. And we're going to talk a lot about that, and I'm going to stay within my 20 minutes because I'm respectful of time. So we talk a lot about stewardship. In my book, When Money Fails, I dedicated an entire chapter on the importance of stewardship. Webster Dictionary defines stewardship as the job of supervising or taking care of something such as an organization or a property. Let's look at a biblical definition of stewardship, because I am a spiritual, biblical, financial advisor. Every advice I give you, the foundation of the advice is in the Word of God. So, biblical definition of stewardship is utilizing and managing resources God provides for the glory of God and the betterment of His creation. So, the central essence of biblical stewardship is managing everything God brings into a person's life in a manner that brings glory to Him. 1 Corinthians 4:2 say, moreover, it is required in a steward that a man be found faithful. A steward, therefore, is someone who manages the property of another as well. And a steward in this chapter refers to both men and women. So we just talk about stewardship, biblical stewardship. Let's look at some foundational scripture where the role of women were very important in the area of finances. Proverbs 31:10-31 describe a virtuous woman who was praised for her business acumen and financial management skills. So ladies, don't let nobody tell you you should know what's going on in your household. She is being described as being able to buy and sell properties, make profitable investment, and provide for a household. One more scripture. So you will say, that's the only one. No. Proverbs 14:1 state that a wise woman builds a house, while a foolish one tears it down with her own hands. So this can be interpreted to mean that women have a responsibility to manage their household finances wisely in order to provide for the family. So overall, we see that the Bible talks about both men and women being wise stewards of their finances, to use their resources to help others. You know, it also acknowledges that financial contribution and the responsibility of women. And the Bible praised those who use their financial management skills for the betterment of their family and their community. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to list 12 areas. And if we don't finish in 20 minutes, I'll stop and we'll send it out to everybody else. I'm going to send a workbook, a PDF workbook, so you could put down everything, you could go over everything we talk about and have a portfolio in place for your stewardship. So what are the things women should know about the financial affairs? I call it the 12th commandment of femininity or femininity. And the first one, women should know how much money is coming in and going out of their household each month. So women should understand their household budget. This includes income, expenses, debts, asset, everything. You should know the money that's coming into your house and the money that's going into your house, going out of your house. I heard President Biden quote says, "Don't tell me what you value. Show me your budget and I'll tell you what you value." Guys, budgeting is for today. A lot of people tell me, well, Marlene, budgeting, I thought only poor people budget. What do you think Congress is? Congress budgets for the country. So your household woman, you should know the money that's coming into your household, and you should know the money that's going out of your household. Number two, bank account and investment. Women should be aware of all bank accounts and investment in their household, including savings account, checking account, retirement account, and investment portfolios. Are all these accounts jointly owned? If not, am I the beneficiary designation on the account? What is the balance on each account? You need login information, and I'm going to list that in the document I send you for all accounts in your household. If this account is not jointly owned, there shouldn't be face recognition to log in. I made this statement. In order to inspect, you have to have access. So you should know the login and password security questions for every account in your household, and that's called good stewardship. Number three, what assets do we have? Are they paid in full? Where are the deeds for the land we own in Ocala? Who has the title for our boat? Who has the title for the home? All these things should be in one place in a package. I always tell people, if a fire hit your house, God forbid, where is that one estate planning package that you could just snatch with your babies and run? That's called stewardship. Bills and payment. Number four, bills and payment. Women should know when bills are due and how they are being paid. This includes utilities, rent, mortgage, credit card bills, every recurring bill. What account are each bill is coming out from? What date is it coming out? If it's on auto pay, who set it up? Is the mortgage coming out of Wells Fargo and the utilities coming out of Chase and the miscellaneous bills coming out of Regions? You should know that. You should have a document with all of that, so you will avoid bounce check and non-sufficient fund. Again, it's called good stewardship. Number five, insurance policies. Women should be aware of any and every insurance policies in your house. Health insurance, life insurance, car insurance, homeowners insurance, any final expense insurance if one spouse doesn't believe in life insurance. I think somebody's going to talk today about life insurance, which every household should have. More importantly, who are the beneficiary designation on these policies? Was the beneficiary designation changed to reflect your current liking? Let me give you a story. My brother passed away and he had just remarried. And when we went, I was executor on my mother's estate, and he passed away. He had just married, and my mother was the beneficiary on his insurance. Well, my mother passed away before him, but he didn't take the time to change the beneficiary designation. Up to this day, his wife cannot get that money because they have to go through probate. So be careful that you're not aware of who are the beneficiaries on every policy. What are the monthly premium you pay? What are the deductibles? What are the copay? These are all the things you need to know about insurance. And have it in one package that, again, I say for fire breakout, you snatch and run. Number 6, tax return. Let me see how I'm doing with time. Pretty good. Tax return. Women should be involved in the preparation and filing of all your tax returns. Whether you have a tax preparer or not, you need to know what is going on with your finances, with your tax return. Because if you get audited, the IRS don't want you to hear, I don't know what's going on, my husband did that. No, you were both responsible. This includes understanding deductions, credit, and other tax benefits. Are we up to date in paying our taxes? Both federal, state, and local taxes. Do we need to hire a professional to implement a tax resolution strategy for our family? Do we have copies of all our tax return for the last 10 years in a folder? Should we set up an IRS transcript for a household so we could just go on the IRS account on our transcript and look and see every tax return that was sent, every money owed? What this is called good stewardship. Number 7, estate planning. Women should be involved in estate planning, including the creation of your wills, trust, any legal document, determining who get what asset when I pass away, who make healthcare decision for me. Be careful who you give healthcare authority over your life, because if you have a child who's greedy for gain, he might put a plug on you when you could live. So have all these documents in place, so if something happens to you, you could say, well, Kedley or Kedna has a mind for healthcare. She will make the right decision on my behalf. Number 8, debit and credit. Women should be aware of any outstanding debts and credit that their household has, including credit card debts, student loan debts, and other loans. Number 9, and I always tell women that when I do financial counseling for people about to get married, I said, you need to know before you get into a marriage, if your spouse owes child support, alimony to anyone, and how long would you have to pay for this? You know, I just see our governor passed a new law that women cannot get alimony for the rest of their life, but you need to know this. You need to know, if I'm marrying Joe Blow, yes, he might be Christian, love the Lord, but does he have to pay child support for the next 18 years? And would he have to pay alimony for the rest of his life? That is called good stewardship. Number 10, how many months of living expenses do we have if there's a bump in the road? If your household expense is $10,000 and we only have $10,000 in our bank and investment portfolio, you only have 1 month of living expense, but you have to know that. So you could take corrective action if there's a job loss or COVID-19 pandemic, you have to know that. Number 11, how much are you contributing to your retirement plan and what funds are you invested in? Are you even contributing to your 401k? You know, when I got married, I was married, Mike and I were married, and Mike had a job 2 or 3 years before me. I'm telling on Mike. And when I was ready to set up my 401k, I said, babe, what portfolio should I invest the money in? And he said, I don't have a 401k. My husband for 2 years had sat there and not signed up for the company 401k plan to save money. So guys, you need to know that. Stewardship. Number 12, did you change beneficiary designation when you married me? Man or woman? You don't want what happened to my brother and his wife to happen, where your beneficiary designation doesn't align with your current financial status. Am I on your bank account? If I'm not a joint owner on a bank account, you should have me as a beneficiary designation on your bank account, because if something happens to you and you die, I have no access for that money, and that money have to go through probate for me to get it, and probate could eat up our assets. So that's number 12. So stop accepting, ladies, girl, you know I take care of you. I hear a lot of, especially African-American men say, girl, you know I take care of you. No, no, no. I don't know that. Show me. These 12 things I list, you need to know that. Have a folder in your house that have all this information for every bank account. You need to know the name of the bank, the routing number for the bank, the account number, the username so I could log in and inspect, the password, the beneficiary or payable and debt on the account, and all security questions. You don't, if you know the login and the password, but there are 3 or 4 security questions, you need to know the security question and the answers. For every debit card and credit card, now this is practical stuff, guys. Too many Christians are so spiritual, but we're not practical. For every credit card in the house, you need to know the PIN for that credit card. You need to know the interest rate we're paying on that credit card. We need to know the payment due date on this credit card. So let's summarize, because I'm going to stay within my 20 minutes. Understanding the aspect of your financial, the household financial affair woman, you can be better prepared to make informed financial decisions and to work towards financial security and independence. In addition to these basic financial matters that we just list, there are some important things that women should keep in mind when it comes to managing their household finances. Now, my husband put me in charge of our household finances. He's the head of the house, but he put me in charge of the finances because I know money better. That is nothing against him. But even though he put me in charge, I have to still give him an account. So I have to communicate. Number one, communicate with my partner. If you're in a marriage, it's important to communicate openly and honestly about financial affairs. This includes goals, budget, and priorities. Educate yourself. Workshop like this, get on it. You know, I tell people there's a difference between financial literacy and financial wellness. Literacy, you just grab the whole bunch of information that I gave you today. Wellness is you take the workbook and you put out, you list out all the accounts, you list out all your deeds. Now there's some action to it. So financial literacy is gaining information, but financial wellness, you gotta act on what you learn. Number 3, save for emergency. Women should have emergency fund that can cover. I believe, I have been teaching this for years. When books say 3 to 6 months, I say you need to have about 12 to 18 months of living expense. And COVID proved me right. When COVID happened, most people lose their job for 18 to 24 months. Number 4, plan for retirement. Women should be aware of their retirement savings and have a plan in place for how they will continue to save and invest for their future. And number 5, seek professional advice. If you don't know how to fix your credit, call Serenise, call Kenny, call somebody and say, hey, my credit score 3 something. I repent to God for that already. Help me to get to a 700 credit score. So seek professional advice. So overall, women should take an active role in managing the affairs of their home and be aware of their household financial situation. By being knowledgeable about financial matters and taking steps to build financial security and independence, women can achieve greater financial freedom. That to me is femininity. Femininity is beautiful when you couple it with wisdom. It's not okay to not be in the know anymore. Know the state of your household affairs. Nothing is more beautiful than an empowered and wise woman. I'm saying it again. Nothing is more beautiful than an empowering and wise woman. The Bible says in Proverbs 14:1, say, a wise woman builds her house. In the old days, they told us women have to know their place. Today, I say, woman, your place is to know. That is wisdom and that is femininity. You have to be a good steward of your finances, of your home. God is expecting us to manage the income that come into our household, needless of creed, race, gender. But especially women, this is your season to know what's going on in the household affairs, the financial affairs of your household. That is it for me. God bless you. And I'm going to turn it back over to our organizer and our host. God bless.
Never know, you never know. If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe. They say that all you need is faith. But it's almost like you lost your...
All right. Well, thank you guys. Thank you guys for being here. Thank you guys for being here. We currently have more than 30 people joining in on just live alone, and not to mention Facebook Live and also YouTube Live. So this is amazing. The information is getting out there and a lot of lives are being impacted. So with that being said, I know that if this information is being useful, I want you to just go ahead and take a quick second to share this. It literally just takes only a few seconds. So please share this with your family members and your friends, right? So we just received a bunch of great information in regards to AI, keeping our health healthy. And also with Mrs. Stotts, she just said that one of the key takeaways that she said is that as women, we now need, in this current season, we need to know the current financial predicament of our households. And that is a great note. And just if you want to go ahead and make a note on what your biggest takeaway has been so far, we would really appreciate it. And also one thing that really just took me for a spin and it really made me chuckle was that Mrs. Stott said, if you have a 300 credit score right now, you need to go ahead and repent, right? Repent and get yourself some credit help. And, you know, I've never heard anyone say to repent for having a poor credit score, but you know what? That is a problem between you and God. So go ahead and repent. And with that said, it is my ultimate pleasure to introduce the person who is going to give you wonderful information on how to be able to transform your credit score. So after repentance, you do need deliverance. So this woman right here is going to bring forth that deliverance. Mrs. Seanis Alcindor is a born-again Christian. She is a wife, a nurse, a serial entrepreneur, and a financial counselor. She is the current CEO of Amis Trucking LLC, and she has a passion for helping people and seeing them win. She is on a mission to bring financial literacy in every household in America, and she has created a movement called A Nurse on a Mission, NOM. So if you're following with me, you're tracking with me, go ahead and put NOM in the chat right now. All right, and she has a vision as a legacy builder to empower, inspire, motivate, elevate, and educate people to dream bigger and believe faster. All right, with no further hindrances, I present to you Mrs. Seanis Alcindor. Take it away, sis.
Wow, wow, wow. This is such an amazing moment, you guys. Thank you, Miss Clorena, for this amazing, great introduction. And also, I want to give it back to all the presenters that were before me. If you guys just now chiming in, if you just now connecting, we had several great presenters that came before me. Mrs. Stott, you really cracked me up when you said, "Daddy repentance before repair." I love that. I'm gonna steal that line. I absolutely love it. Just before I dive into this, like Miss Clorena said, this is a little bio about me, but today it's not really about me, it's about you. First, like I said, I give it back to all the people before me. I promise you, we might be running like a little tight on time because we have so much to share with, with so many things to share, but we promise we'll try our best to finish on time because you know why? We respect you, we respect your time, and we know on a Saturday like this, I mean, people drop what they're doing to be here. Guys, you just don't know. From the bottom of my heart, if I don't have the opportunity to get behind this mic to say thank you on the behalf of all the speakers, on behalf of the Expo, Health and Wealth Expo administration, I want to say thank you guys for being here. But if you don't get to hear everything that I got to say today, I want to let you know, I do hold weekly webinars where you can come and listen to me educate people, because my goal is really to inspire, elevate, and motivate people to do more. But because I was granted the time slot to share with you guys, I'm gonna go ahead and share what is it that I have to share. I reside in the beautiful state of Texas. Everything she said about me is true. That's my bio right here, but I love people, I love God, and I love helping people. And more importantly is I love to see people win. All right, so the information I'm going to share with you guys today, it's more like a token, like a bonus for showing up for yourself. Guys, just for showing up for yourself, you got a passing grade. How often you get to see that, right? You get a passing grade just for showing up. But here on this expo, on my time clock, just for showing up for yourself, you get a passing grade. So go ahead, drop some emojis in the chat, drop some money signs in the chat, because Mrs. Stotts killed it with all the gems she dropped. And with that saying, guys, if you heard, and like she said, she's going to share that PowerPoint, you guys can DM, put your email address and we will send it to you, put it privately to me, myself. Who am I? Cosernis. That's what you see. Now, as you guys can see, we have this couple here. They're happy. These are happy couples that first they ask for repentance. Then I came and help restore their credit. I'm a credit rehabilitation coach, meaning I help fix, AKA rehabilitate your credit. Now, those individuals, they're happy because they are part of the 700 Club. They're happy. So guys, wouldn't you like to be part of the 700 Club? That's exactly what I do. I help people get and achieve that milestone of their lives. Now, I'm going to share with you some easy, simple steps and strategies that can help you win. You may never have to hire a credit rehabilitation person. You may never have to hire a credit repair person, because I'm going to give you enough nuggets to help you win. Are we okay? Are we okay, guys? Guys, don't sleep on me. Wake up, wake up, wake up. I know the music was short because we kind of skip our break time, but do not fall asleep on me. Share the live. We're going to get through this together. Take some screenshots, guys. As you guys can see, I'm a passionate person. I'm very passionate about what is it that I do, and I tend to talk fast. So catch up with me. Tighten your seatbelt. Okay, pay your bills. Now, we have 7 strategies I'm going to give you to help get you to the 700 Club. First, pay your bills on time. Now, you might say, dawg, that's easy. I'm going to show you what's easy to do is also easy not to do. Get a secure credit card is the second thing you can do. Another thing you can do is reduce your credit utilization. You can also become an authorized user of somebody's credit card. You pay also, if you have any outstanding debts, pay those off, guys. Pay them off. It's also important to maintain a good credit mix. Also consider experience boosts or ultra FICO. Now, these are the things I'm going to cover, and plus I'll give you some bonuses. Pay your bills on time. It might seem like something obvious, something very easy. What's easy to do is also easy not to do. You guys, you can participate, especially if you have the pleasure of being in this studio, because Zoom is the studio. This is being streamed all over. It's on all the different YouTube channels, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. But if you get to be in a studio, that's like it's like you've been with Oprah instead of watching her to the television screen. So let's participate. Put some stuff in the chat. I love participation. It's just showing me that you are here, right now. Pay on time. On-time payment history is the most important factor when building credit. Now, if you forget everything else I say, I want you to remember this part. Paying your bills, especially credit card bills, pay them on time is the most important, the most significant thing when it comes to building credit. Why? That's just how they calculate them. Paying bills on time requires discipline, like Mrs. Stott says. You got to know what's coming in and what's going out. You need to have a budget. You need to have a goals, like you have to set things into perspective. So when lenders look at that, they're like, oh, that person is disciplined. So credit, guys, it's all about behavior. That's it. Behavior. Do you have a good habit of paying bills on time? Are you disciplined enough to pay them on time? So your payment history, which is one of the factors that makes up your FICO score, accounts for 35% of your FICO credit score. This means you should always aim to pay your bills on time or before time. Now, with that saying, take a screenshot, guys. If you pay your bills on time, chances are it might be late, because you want to pay them before time, before the due date. Because if it's due on the 15th, today is Saturday, and you set the payment to come out today, chances are you'll be 3 to 4, 5 days late. The next thing you can do to help you build credit or get to a 700 credit score is get a secured credit card. What is a secured credit card? A secured credit card is this. Somebody else's credit, a secured credit card is designed to help borrowers build their credit. Pretty much you get a credit card just like everybody else. It could be Capital One, whatever it may be, but you put a deposit. The deposit is served as your collateral. That collateral is also your credit limit. In the event that you do not pay those people's card and you think you're gonna run away, they'll keep your deposit. They'll keep your money. So that's why it's designed. That's one of the most, I would say the most skilled, or one of the best way to build credit for somebody who doesn't have good, or who doesn't have, worthy enough credit. Another thing you can do is reduce your credit utilization. What is credit utilization? And utilization, you see utilizing, okay? Aim to keep your credit card balance below 30%. That's the magic number. 30% is the magic number where they say, oh, if you have $1,000, you multiply it and find 30% of 1,000. Now, 30% of that is that amount. Don't let the due date pass or that the next cycle runs in with you having a credit utilization of more than 30%. For my clients, I tell them 10%, because 10% really gonna help give you a better push than if you keep it at 30%. Yes or yes? If you guys agree, put some yeses in the chat. Yes, yes, yes. Now, we have more and more ways you can keep your utilization low. You can either pay down the amount that you owe, or you can ask for an increase. If you're good with your bank, meaning you've been making on-time payments, et cetera, call them, say, hey, Capital One, I want you to give me a credit increase. So let's say at first you had 1,000, they can increase it to maybe 2, 3, 4, 5, 6,000. Another way you can build your credit is become somebody else's authorized user. Authorized user means what? It means somebody else authorized you to use their credit card, pretty much piggyback. So they kind of carry you to get you that credit score that you did not have. It's a fast way to build credit. However, the person who's giving you the authorization, you have to make sure there's somebody you can trust, meaning make sure, or knowing that they have a habit of making on-time payments. And if you have a way of finding out, make sure they have a good credit score, because good credit scores oftentimes means good habit. So make sure their credit scores is maybe in the 700s, it's 700 to 800 scores. Keep in mind, guys, if the main card holder has made on-time payments, then your credit scores will increase. If they don't make on-time payments, forget it. Pay off any existing debts. What it means, if you have any debts that's already been sitting there, like if you have a mountain high of student loans, if you owe like some personal loans, whatever it may be, pay those on time, pay them off. Pay them off, pay them off. So try your best. If you have to get some kind of side hustle, if you have to, I'm not gonna say get a second job, because I often say 2 jobs are for 2 people. 3 jobs are for 2 people. But find ways. God gives you skills and talents. Find ways you can help other people get what they need so that you can make some extra income to pay those bills off, pay so those debts off. Okay. Now I said bills, then I fixed my mouth and said debts, because there's a big difference between debts and bills. Okay, so you can reduce that, you can do that. Now, there are different methods out there that help people pay off debts. Maybe you guys have used some methods in the past. If any of you guys have used any kind of methods to help you pay off debts, go ahead, share it with us in the chat. Go ahead, put it in the chat. If you're watching us through social media like Facebook, YouTube, still put it in the comment. I'd love to know. I will tell you. Now, they have one called the debt avalanche method and another one called the debt snowball method. The avalanche method, this one, you focus on paying off the highest interest debt first, and then you keep like, though, if let's say you have one that's 30%, another one that's 3%, the avalanche says, you know what, pay the debt that is 30% first before you pay the 3%. Now you have another one called the debt snowball. That one, it says, you know what, if you owe somebody $100,000 and you owe somebody else $50, pay the $50 first, then pay $250, then pay $500, then until you get to $100,000. So that's 2 different methods. They both work. It all depends on preference. Me personally, I prefer the debt snowball method because I like to see accomplishment. It helps me feel like I'm winning. And that's the one method I used several years ago. A young man called Dave Ramsey. I'm not promoting him, but I'm grateful because through his method, me and my husband, we were able to pay off over $160,000 in 20 months. And we're not like big people making big money. It just teaches you some discipline. Maintain a good credit mix. I'm almost done. Maintain a good credit mix is also a great way to build your credit scores to 700 plus. We have 2 types of credit. We have installment and revolving. Installment means like a car loan, a house, meaning student loans, debt loan, those kind of loans. You're making installment payments until you're done paying it. Revolving, like a credit card, it's like you're paying every month. You use it, you pay it, you use it, you pay it. And there's no deadline when you're going to be done paying. You pay what you owe until the cycle keeps going for years and years and years. For example, I give you some examples here already. Take a screenshot. And like I said, if you like what I'm talking about and you want more info, follow me. I'm on Facebook, Instagram, everywhere. Just type Coach Serenys and you can get in touch with me. But I really wanted to share my passion with you guys so that we can help you win. Also consider something called Experience Boost. If you've never heard of Experience Boost, all it is that you get that instant boost to help you boost up your credit score so that you can get to that 700 club. It's easy, it's simple, you guys, it's instant. Experience Boost is really a good way to help you get that instant boost that you may need. You can go on Google, type Experience Boost. There's not too many moving parts, and you can get that done. Monitor your credit reports, very important. You can't really, how you gotta monitor your credit, okay? Monitor your credit, that's the only way you can measure it. If you don't know, the free annual credit report is a website that gives you access to your report. At least they used to do it once a year. You get 1 free one a year. And since COVID, they have been giving 1 free one every 7 days. Guys, be intentional about if you want to win in this life, if you want to win in this life of any kind of level of winning, you got to be intentional. So pay attention, get a credit monitoring service. I can help you with that as well. And very important to have, because very, very important to have a credit monitoring in place. Now, I offer more than credit repair. If you're watching me for the first time and you're wondering, I do offer more than credit repair. I help personal credit rehabilitation. I don't even call it credit repair because I'm not a repairman. As a nurse myself, I call it credit rehab because I rehabilitate something. You know how when somebody goes to the hospital and let's say they had a stroke and they need rehab, I help rehabilitate your credit simply because I mentor you. I coach you. I'm a coach. I coach you. I educate you how not to get into that predicament in the future. So that's what I do, and that's how I'm able to help change lives one person at a time. I help business credit. If you have a business and you need to get funding, we help you get funding for your business, we also help you build and establish business credit. Merchant services, if you have any kind of restaurant, any kind of business that accept card, any kind of payment in the form of debit card, credit card, we help you with the best merchant service. If we can beat what you have, or if we can't match it, we'll give you $300. You hear it from me, $300. So let's share that $300 and we can help you. CRM, which is customer relation management, personal and business loans. Guys, a lot more that we do, because as a coach, that's what we do. I want to say thank you for watching. Before I let you guys go, let's keep in touch. Let's stay connected. Not only you can find me on Facebook, Instagram by just typing Coach Serenise, but this is my email. Email me. We'll be able to get you any information you may need. We don't charge for the services. All we ask back is please share what is it that we do. All of these great speakers we have today, they don't get paid. They give their time because they love to share. They love God and they love sharing. But support their businesses. We're going to give an opportunity where we're going to share all those sponsors and businesses that sponsored our program. Please support those businesses and said, hey, I heard of you on the Expo, on the Health and Wealth Expo. This is my number. Please call me. It also accepts text messages. My website also, you guys, you didn't get to see what the website, but again, with my information, you'll be able to connect and find me. I'm everywhere. Just type Coach Serenise. Once again, once more, thank you guys for sticking around. I know I spoke fast, but I hope you guys learned a thing or two. You guys enjoy the rest of the Expo. This is my time, and I want to say be blessed, be fantabulous. Thank you.
In the darkest night, but on your own you'll never know, If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water. If you believe. They say that all you need is faith, but it's almost like you lost your way. Took a few wrong turns, took a few breaks, falling behind now looking for grace. Cause you need someone to lift you up, yeah, make right all the things you've done. Cause on your own you'll never know, If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans.
All right. Thank you, Miss Serenise. Guys, if Miss Serenise killed it, put some hot emojis on the chat, some fires, thumbs up, sevens. I need to see some fired up. I need to see the chats firing up right now. We're gonna take a mini break to give a shout out to everyone who's still with us, still hanging tight with us. Then we're gonna go on social media, Facebook and YouTube. But in the meantime, go ahead, grab a snack if you have to, water if you have to. And for those who just joined us, we wanna welcome you. And this is the Health and Wealth Expo Mastermind. And we hope that everyone so far is learning something very valuable that you can take home for you and your family. So for those we did not introduce yet, or we did not give a shout out yet, I believe I introduced Mo Zodoa. Welcome. iPhone 13, welcome aboard. Thank you for joining us. All right, I'm trying to see Pauline, welcome. Iron Blaze, welcome. Woman, welcome. Gito Eugene, Mr. Stotts, welcome. Thank you everyone for joining us. I believe I called everyone, all the ones I did not call on the Zoom. I don't know if Miss Lorna is here to give a shout out to those that are watching on social media. But in the meantime, like we said, we have the books. We have the books that we're gonna give away very soon, and we have Royal Amani Boutique that has a you know, that's gonna give out a couple of gifts items as well. I don't know, are we going to the website for them to put on their information? All right, so go to legulesexpo.com. So we can select, we can do a proper selections of, you know, all the books that we're gonna give out to, or if you would like the gift card as well, we'll do that. So hang tight, get some water. Let us know how you enjoying the event so far. What else? All right, so we're gonna take a couple of maybe like a 2 minutes break just for you to use the bathroom. I was gonna say the latrine, that's military term. Get water, stay hydrated, guys. Get some drink. I know a lot of you guys have been with us since for the past 2 hours. Oh, I know what it is. We're gonna go quickly on all the sponsors who sponsored this event right now. We're gonna give a shout out to Miss Clona, get ready. Yes. So we're gonna, I believe, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, so first and foremost, my store Dorisma is definitely a family of the family. Mr. Dorisma, he is a musician. He does music lesson, piano lessons, guitar, whatever kind of music lessons do you need. If you need instruments, he got it, you know. He's out in West Palm Beach, Florida, but he does virtual classes as well. So this is his information. Mr. Dorisma, thank you for your support. You're always supporting the family from the get-go, so thank you so much. We have Royal Amani Boutique. We're giving a big shout out to Royal Amani Boutique, and we're giving a shout out to Votel Fashion Angel, which is Miss Schmiley, one of our nieces that started her fashion business. So she supported this event as well. And then of course the Legulus family, the Legulus Foundation, and we have, so this is pretty much it. Go ahead, you can connect with us on our social media platform, YouTube, which is the Legulus family, to get updates, videos. Also Facebook, we are on Instagram. You can go ahead and connect with us. And now I'm gonna pass the mic to Ms. Clorna, who's gonna give the shout out to our Facebook viewers and YouTube viewers as well. You're on mute, Ms. Clorna.
Hold on, can you guys hear me now?
Yes.
All right, well, thank you for passing the torch to me. So we definitely want to make sure that we are highlighting and just giving a shout out to people from all across. So we on YouTube, we have Shasha currently in Toronto. Shout outs to you. We have C Love. We have Mr. James Powell. We have Gen ZT Relatable. So and Danny Jeff, which is my cousin. Shout outs to her. Hey, Danny. I have Derisma, which I think might be Derisma again, supporting on 2 platforms. Y'all drop a fire emoji because he showed up on both platforms. All right, Savalis Renard, thank you for joining. Those are the people that we have on YouTube. I was not able to access Facebook, but thank you so much for those that have joined in using Facebook and Instagram and from other platforms as well. Continue to stay and share and stay tuned.
All right. Last thing we're gonna say, guys, you can go ahead and connect with all the presenters so far on their social media platform. We're gonna share their social media platform as well. So Google them, not Google them, go on social media, IG or Facebook, type their name so you can stay connected with them, all the information that they have to share. If you need credit repair, that would be, Coach Sereni's If you need stewardship on your finances, that would be Mrs. Marlene Stotts. And Mr. Saran, CJ, he's the IT guy. If you need IT information, if you need certifications, if you need, you know, how to tap into the crypto platform, so he's the guy. And health is Miss Kedna. If you into juicing, you know, starting, you know, a nutritional diet, Miss Kedna is, you know, is the one to go to. Of course, we have other individuals that do gardening, Miss Ann Rose, and then later on we'll introduce Miss Colorna as well. But go ahead and connect with all the presenters on their social media. If you have any questions, comments, statements, if you need a personal one-on-one, they'll be able to assist you. So go ahead, surround us with a short music. Hopefully everybody grabbed their snacks already, water or some kind of, you know, water source, and then we're gonna keep it moving.
He made all the planets, he made all the stars in the sky. He knows what he's doing, he's gonna make it alright. And when the wind's blowing, there might be a reason. It is something I'm learning, something I'll never forget. Life's so unpredictable, and things might not be going my way, but it's gonna be a good day. Though things are going sideways, I got a smile on my face, and nothing's gonna break me.
All right. I do have the pleasure of presenting the next guest on our platform, and that would be Mr. Soranes. Mr. Soranes is he's a father. He is a servant leader. He is the founder of bear with me, Mr. Soranes, I forgot the company that you founded. So he is an expert in life insurance as well. So he has an amazing presentation that he's going to share with you guys. So stay tuned, continue to take notes on your information. And Mr. Soranes, go ahead and take it away.
All right, thank you very much, Ms. Kedley. Thank you for the great and warm introduction. Today, again, it is my absolute pleasure. Can you guys see my screen? Is that a yes? Give me a thumbs up if you guys, can you guys see my screen? Okay, put a 1 in the chat, guys. I can't see you, but if you can see me, go ahead and put a 1. Let me see if I can see this one. Yeah, so put a 1 in the chat. Let me know that you can see it, so I know we are all on the same page and I'm not leaving anybody behind. All right, so today we're gonna be talking about what we call generational wealth. So let me ask you guys by show of hands, who believe that is a thing? Do you think generational wealth is a thing? If so, do you think it's a problem? Okay. And number 2, do you think we as Black people or as minorities, do you think we can use it to our own advantage? Okay, these are my questions. So let me show you something, okay? What we're looking at a dollar bill. So if you guys can see my screen, I have a dollar bill, I'm holding it right here. All right. And then on this hand, I have what you would consider to be what, 13 cents, okay? So that's 12 cents, but the point remains that 12 cents, that's a dime, and then you have 2 pennies. So again, a dollar bill right here, and then you have a cent right here, okay? So just a moment, let's go ahead and do this one. So yeah, so that's what we're looking at right here. So what this represents, my friend, is the wealth in this country, okay? So this means the average white family in America has $1, and then the average Black family in America has only 13 cents. So it means the wealth gap, what we call generational wealth in this country, is massive. The average white family has 8.5 times more wealth compared to average Black family. So every time you step out there, this is, I mean, I did not come up with this number. This is true. This is something that's been founded. So this is not something I'm just pulling out. So, and when we're looking at this right here, we're looking at, again, that's the reason why I call this slide dollar and cents. Again, our other counterpart has a dollar. We only have what you would call a pennies, okay, cents. So that's the reason why it's important for us to be aware of what we call generational wealth, okay? When we talk about that, it's something that needs to be addressed, I believe. Now, addressing it doesn't mean something easy. It just means that's something that needs to be on the forefront for everyone to go and see. So here's what my presentation is going to be based on. So here's the agenda that I have for you today. So we're going to be talking about generational wealth, what it is, okay? We're going to talk about the barriers that we as a community, Black people, African-American, Haitian-American, Jamaican-American, whomever, like Black people or minorities, peoples of color, face in this country when it comes to generational wealth. And briefly, we're going to touch about the 7 ways to build generational wealth. And lastly, we're going to talk about the last one tool that makes it simple, easy and simple to start thinking about building generational wealth. Okay, so let's talk about generational wealth. So when we talk about generational wealth, generational wealth is any type of asset, cash, property, or business that is passed down from a prior generation. So let's say, and that is exactly one of the reasons why this is the gap between, the average white family in America compared to the average Black family in America is so wide, it's so massive, because you have for centuries, and I say this again, centuries, you have certain families that have put strategies in place to pass down money or wealth, or in this case, property, cash, businesses that they have built or they have accumulated. So they pass it down to the next generation. The next generation hold on to it, they build it, they make it more, they pass it down to the next generation, and so on and so forth. And that's how the cycle continues. At this rate, my friend, it's not getting any better for us, Black people, okay? So the gap between haves and haves not in America will and only will get larger compared to what it is today, okay? So let's talk about accumulating wealth, okay? There are different ways to accumulate wealth, and that can be passed from, passed on to future generations. Usually that includes owning real estate, investment, especially if you have a retirement account, and we're talking about stocks, financial assets, stocks and so on and so forth that we have in the stock market that people have used to prolong or even to increase what we call the generational wealth in this country, okay? All right, so let's talk about, now, if we're talking about generational wealth, it's not easy. It's something that has affected our community for a long time, okay? Now, there are many obstacles to building or even having generational wealth. There are many of them, but again, today I'm going to maybe touch on 3 of them very briefly. Now, working towards the closing the racial wealth gap and building generational wealth for Black Americans or Black people in general, it's important that we all understand it's not something that's easy. There are barriers that have been put in place for centuries, and overcoming those barriers takes time. It takes a shift in mindset, and we need to know and discuss what those barriers are. All right, so let's talk about the first one, homeownership, okay? How many people who believes, generally speaking, it's harder for Black people of color to own real estate in this country? There are many reasons why it's so hard to own real estate or home ownership. Now, when you look at the average family, Black family, or versus white family, there's a 30% gap in home ownership. 30%. That means, quick number, for example, let's say 70% of the average white family owns homes, and then 30%, only 40% of Black family own homes. At this rate, the gap when it comes to wealth can only be increased, okay? From what it is today, it's only gonna get bigger because that's just the way it is. Again, as a community, we don't own, don't have access to homeownership as much as other communities that are counterpart when it comes to white families. Okay, barriers number 2. When you look at Black and brown people, 47% of us are what you call underbanked. Okay, what does that mean exactly, underbanked? It means when you look at the average white family compared to a Black family, or when you go to the poor communities of Black people, we don't have the same access to financial institutions. We don't have the same access to banking options. We don't have the same access to financial advisors. We don't have the same access to small business bankers. Now, matter of fact, not only we don't have the same access, but most of the time, our community usually rely on what you call alternative banking. That's a fancy word to say our community most of the time rely on payday lending, check cashing store, pawn store. Those institutions, what they do not help our community. Effectively, what they do, they take money out of our pockets, our community pocket, that could go toward doing other things. That could go toward home ownership, paying for college, investing toward our retirement. But those institutions, most of the time, they are implanted in our community, and all they do is sucking us dry, financially speaking. That's all they do. They simply take their hands, put inside our pocket, and constantly, daily, weekly, annually, take money out of our pocket. Now, the last obstacle I want to talk about is what we call lower median credit score, okay? I don't know if you guys remember a couple of years ago, Black people generally have lower credit score. It doesn't matter. So there can be a lot of reasons why. Usually where you live, usually the community that you live in, usually it has a lot to do with the zip code that you live in. Sometimes the job that you work in. I mean, there are a variety of reasons why as a community, we have lower median credit score. Again, those are the 3 barriers that really affects our community on why it's hard for us as a community to build generational wealth, okay? So how can can something be done about that? That's the question. Again, we know there's a problem. Generational wealth is a problem in this country. The question is, can something be done about it? All right, so how can we build generational wealth, okay? I'm glad you asked. What that requires, we need to have a shift in mindset, okay? For 200, 400 years, we have been in slavery in this country. We have worked our butt off to enrich other families in this country for centuries. Now, what that's gonna require today, we need to get a shift of mindset. Now, overcoming the racial wealth gap and building generational wealth will require mindset shift that do not happen overnight, okay? So we mean that we need to start thinking differently. We need to see things differently. We need to have other aspirations. We need to see things in a different. We need to have future-minded mindset. We need to see the future generation. That's what it requires. Okay. Now, here's a question I have for you guys. Is it true or false? Is there one way to build? Black people can build. I'm gonna say Black families can build generational wealth. If you say no, you did well. Now, here are 7 ways Black families can build generational wealth. Number 1, we've already talked about it, homeownership. Number 2, we need to talk. Talking about money should not be a taboo subject. And most families, I'm going to say Black families, talking about money is a no-no. Everybody's very secretive about how much money they make, how much debt they have, how much money they have invested. Sometimes they don't even know anything. But again, it's a secret conversation that most families don't want to have. So we need to change that. We need to also increase financial literacy. Okay, Mrs. Stott just talked about that. Financial literacy is very important. We need to have the knowledge. We need to have the skills. We need to be open to knowledge. Okay, number 4, we need to adopt what we call an investment mindset. We need to think about the future. Okay, eventually, each one of us will have to retire. We're not going to be able to work the same way. So we need to think about the future. How will that look like? Mrs. Stott talked about estate planning. It is very important. Speaking of which, check this out. Very important. Did you guys know only 66%, or I should say only 1/3, 1 out of 3 people or families have a will or estate plan? Did you know that? So that means for every 3 people you meet out there, only one of them has an estate plan or a will. The two out of the three don't have an estate plan. Now, that's Americans in general. Now, go ahead and try to figure out what that means for Black people or, for our community. The number is even way worse than that, okay? You can only imagine. And let's talk about retirement, retirement planning. That's important for us to think about retirement planning as well, because it's a great tool for us to have. All right, so lastly, we want to talk about life insurance, which is where the remaining of my conversation or presentation for today will mostly based out of. Life insurance. Again, as you can see, there are 7 ways. And life insurance, in my humble opinion, is one of the most low-hanging fruits. That's where I'm going to put it. It's a low-hanging fruit that each one of us can reach to grab and start building generational wealth. All right, so here's a question I'm going to ask you. Who do you think owns the most life insurance in this country? Would you say Black people own more life insurance, or is it the white people? So statistically, if you say Black people, statistically, Black people own more life insurance in this country. When you look at, that's what I call it, the 56 versus 52. 56% of Black people owns life insurance versus 52% of the overall population. Again, 56% of Black people owns life insurance compared to 52% of the overall population. But what's the problem? So if that's the case, what's the problem? All right, but first, let me ask you this. What do these companies have in common? Okay, so we were talking about life insurance. What do these companies have in common? These companies, and they have in common that each one of them were either started by, I would say saved as a result of life insurance, or they were started as a result of life insurance. I'm going to repeat that again. You're looking at 6 well-known companies: Disneyland, McDonald's, Stanford University. Each one of those companies were either started or saved as a result of life insurance. So that's very important for you to keep that in mind. All right, so we talk about that. So what's the problem? Okay, so we talk about Black people have life insurance. Statistically speaking, we have more life insurance compared to other people. So what's the problem? I'm glad you asked. The problem is that we don't have the right type of life insurance. Matter of fact, we have the wrong mindset when it comes to life insurance. Number one, we don't have the right type of life insurance. Number 2, we have the wrong mindset about life insurance. Number 3, we don't have enough life insurance. Now, let me ask you guys a question. How many of you guys know grandma, grandpa? So most old people, I'm talking about the our generation, meaning my grandma, my dad, their mindset is always, how can I have some life insurance? If I die, then I can be buried, They're not thinking about how can I live maybe $500,000 to $1 million for the next generation so that I can start building generational wealth. They're only thinking about today. If I die tomorrow, who's going to bury me? So I don't want to leave myself for my kids to bury me. So I'm going to have a $2,000 or $3,000 in place in case something happens and I can get myself buried. But none of them is thinking, hey, I know I have grandkids. I know I have family. How can I live on $1 million or $500,000? How can I start using life insurance and start building generational wealth? That is not a conversation that happens most of the time when it comes to when it comes to family. So that's one of the things that when I say the wrong mindset. So again, we talk about the old thinking. Their mindset always for burial. So that's the reason why 56% of them own life insurance, but usually life insurance is all about burying themselves, for a funeral cost or even, some small amount, not the big amount that they need for us to start building generational wealth. So how has people with skills and knowledge have been able to use life insurance? We need to start switching our thinking. We talk about the mindset, okay? Mindset, we need to have a shift when it comes to mindset. So we need to start thinking about life insurance in a different way. So there are 3 ways wealthy families have been using life insurance. Number 1, they have used life insurance to transfer wealth. Number 2, they have used life insurance for asset protection. Number 3, they use life insurance as they're living today. And that's one of the biggest things that our communities usually think about. If I have life insurance, it means I'm gonna die. If I have life insurance, I have to die for me to use it. That is false. That is false. You do not have to die for you to use life insurance. So let's talk about wealth transfer, okay? Number 1, they use it for wealth transfer. Number 2, they use it to protect their asset, okay? your ability for you to work is an asset. Your income, the fact that you get to go to work every day, you earn an income, that is an asset. You need life insurance to help you protect that asset. Again, your health is an asset. You need to be able to protect that asset. I repeat, your ability to wake up tomorrow or on Monday to go to work and get a paycheck is an asset. You have to protect that. So that's one thing that have they been able to use that. Now let's talk about life insurance while they're living, okay? Life insurance as you're living is a great thing. It's what I call the 21st century 21st century ways of using life insurance. It's what they call living benefits. Okay, living benefits is a game changer, people. It offers a broad spectrum of benefits you can tap into your policy for money in case of severe illness, chronic disease, or long-term care needs. So let me ask you a question. How many of you guys know someone who possibly has been diagnosed with cancer, stroke, heart attack? Maybe something happened where to the point that they can't bathe themselves, okay? Maybe they can do maybe one of what they call the daily living activities. Many of us, if I were to ask, know someone, you can most likely be able to raise your hand. So life insurance while you're living allows you to be able to have money, to pull that money and use it to take care of yourself, okay? So how does that help you exactly? Now, if you have a life insurance where you can use it as you're living, so you don't have to die when you use it, what it does a couple of things, okay? It allows you to save for your retirement. It allows you to save, to save your savings, so you don't have to dig into your savings to take care for yourself. And it does a lot more things for you, okay? So you need to understand life insurance, understanding the living benefits when it comes to life insurance. Living benefits, again, like I said, it's a game changer. It offers a broad spectrum. For example, it allows you to receive money or to have money for chronic illness, critical illness, and also terminal illness. Again, those are three different categories that will allow you. Most policy nowadays will allow you to take up to 80% of the face value of that policy so that you can take care of your health, take care of yourself, and make sure you take good care of yourself. All right, so let's do a recap, okay? Again, we talk about generational wealth. What that is the ability that families in this country has been able to pass wealth from centuries back until today. That will continue to happen. The gap between the average white family compared to the average Black family is only getting bigger, okay? So it's not getting smaller. So how does that affect us? Can something be done about it? My answer is yes, something can be done about that. And that's the reason why I recommend that today there has to be a shift in our mindset on thinking about we need to have a future mindset. Again, there are 7 ways you can, Black families can build generational wealth, okay? Of all the 7 ones that I say, usually the one that's the low-hanging fruit, the easiest way to start is to start having life insurance. Way too many of us don't have life insurance or don't have what we call adequate life insurance or the right life insurance. So we need to start thinking about a different way to do that. So the secret sauce for most families, how families have been able to use life insurance to transfer wealth or build generational wealth, they think about transferring their wealth, using life insurance to transfer their wealth, protecting their assets, and be like, okay, how can I use life insurance to protect me today so that I get to use it as I'm living, okay? So here's something I want to leave you with, okay? There is no easy way to pass on generational wealth than to have a life insurance policy with named beneficiaries. Again, named beneficiaries. It's a tax-free wealth creation that allows you to leave an even bigger legacy for future generations, okay? I'm gonna repeat this last sentence. Yeah, it's a tax-free wealth creation tool that allows you to leave an even bigger legacy for future generations, okay? So today, I hope you guys took something out of this. Again, it's not here to tell you to get life insurance, but the message is for you to think about generational wealth in this country, okay? Generational wealth is that it's a good thing. It's a real thing in this country, okay? So hold on, let me turn on my timer. So yes, so generational wealth is a thing in this country. Unless we change our mindset, unless we change how we see things and how we do things, the gap will only get bigger. But there are ways to help reduce or shrink the gap between Black families and white families. And the easiest way, the basic way to get started on that is to have life insurance, okay? All right, so thank you very much. And it was a pleasure for me to present to you. I would love to stay in touch with all of you guys. I do have a personal blog, so this is my shameless plug. I have a personal blog. If you want to stay in touch with me, check it out, Soranez.com. That is my personal blog. If you go there, you can see all my social media handle. You can check, stay in touch, Soranez.com. Again, that's my telephone number. If you want to send me a text message or reach out to me, again, Soranez.com. Stay in touch. And I hope you guys, if you have questions, you can always reach out to me or check out the lejulis.com website, which is the family portal that we have resources for you. And all right, so who's next? All right, guys, thank you very much and stay tuned, all right? All right, go ahead, who's taking the mic?
Well. Hello, guys. We are reaching towards the end. That was amazing. We had some amazing speakers, guys. Just before we bring our last guest speaker of the day, guys, I want you guys to go ahead and put some fire emojis, guys, because it's been getting gooder and gooder. No, it's been getting better and better by the second. And every second of the time we spent together, guys, has not been nothing but amazing. Now, as we're bringing on the next speaker, she'll be the last speaker of the day. Mr. Soranez is gonna give us a little bit of music. As we're bringing this person on, I'm gonna introduce her. Soranez will play some music and she'll take the mic. She's somebody who I have a lot of respect for. She is a servant leader. She is a coach. She's nothing short of being amazing. She also serves in the military. She is a coach. She is somebody who loves changing lives. As she's bringing on her clips, I will let her bio tell you a little bit about her. As you can see, she's a speaker. She's a writer. She loves to write. So she is also an investor. She is an active military, serving in the military, serving for our countries. I want you guys put some thank you or prayer hands. Thank you. Michelle already started with that. Give us some fire hand, like prayer hands. Also, she's a servant leader. She loves helping people achieve or meet their goals. Her aim in life is really to inspire and help people to reach their dreams and live a better life. What better way to live your purpose by helping other people? And there's a great author that Miss Kedley also loved, who said, the way for you to achieve your dreams is help enough people reach their dreams. Mr. Soranez, drop some music as Miss Kedley's doing as she comes on and take the mic. And also she was one of our hosts for today. Mr. Soranez, go on.
Okay, it's coming up.
Walk across the water if you believe. They say that all you need is faith, but it's almost like you lost your way. Took a few wrong turns, took a few breaks, falling behind now looking for grace. Cause you need someone to lift you up, yeah, make right all the things you've done. Cause on your own you'll never know, If you believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water, Believe you can move the highest mountains, cross the greatest oceans, walk across the water.
All right. Miss Kedley, the mic is yours. And as she's grabbing the mic, I want to let you guys know, if you are just now connecting, we do not own the right to this amazing music that we have. This is for entertainment purposes only. And Miss Kedley, the mic is yours. Thank you.
Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone, once again. Can you see my screen, Coach Serenese?
I sure do. Go ahead.
Yeah, we see it.
All right. Awesome. Good afternoon, everyone. Once again, my name is Kedley. I go by Coach Kedley. Like Ms. Serena said, it is an honor to be here on this platform to share some of my experiences with you guys and the information I'm going to share with you. You know, like Ms. Serena said, one of my aim in life is to inspire one soul. If I can inspire one person to be the best version of themselves, to me, this is fulfillment. And that's what I reach for every day by allowing me to be the best version of myself. The information I'm going to share with you this afternoon is very significant to me in terms of that arena, because 10, 15 years ago, I didn't know about that information. So therefore I was going after, I don't even want to say my goals. I was just going into life with just, whatever, until reality hits and I had to pivot, where I had to make a U-turn and recalculate my life, what's going on, and how to plan my life, how to achieve things. I used to wonder, why do successful people achieve certain things in life, or why do some people achieve their goals and others were not, or why I'm not where I want to be, things that I want to do, so this is that information that I want to share with you today. Let me just minimize these. All right, so my topic would be on goal setting 101, right? How to unlock your path to greatness, guys. So before I get started, right, and I believe this topic kind of summarized everything that our guest speakers already spoke about: AI, health and wellness, your exercising, your diet, your finances, your stewardship and stuff like that, to credit repair, to having life insurance and stuff like that. All of these fall under setting a goal. So setting a goal for all of these areas, right? If you don't set goals in life, you're not going to accomplish anything, or maybe the bare minimum, the crumbs, of something you're going to achieve. But for you to achieve greatness, for you to have a specific goal and you go after it, you have to be intentional. You have to be purposeful about that goal. So I know not a lot of you guys, have been taking notes. So I want to remind you, grab your pen and a notebook so you can take notes. Feel free to take screenshots of a particular, slide that resonate to you and stuff like that. So for you to achieve anything in life, you need to have a vision. And I'm so happy that information, I'm going to share with you. I've lived it, and I have a couple of friends on this platform that I've shared the same formula with them on a one-on-one, and they follow that principle, that formula, and they've achieved success. So kudos to those who apply the information. No credit to me, but credit to you for taking action. So you need vision, all right? You need a vision, you need a plan, you need to take action, and then you're gonna see result, right? So what's in it for me? You're probably asking. I know all the guest speakers already spoke. Your mind probably tired right now. So just give me a little bit, a few more minutes just to, sector this information to you so we can go on and plan on all the informations that you've already obtained. How are you going to go about applying all these informations, right? What's in it for me? So we're going to learn about what is a goal, right? The importance of setting goals, the type of goals you should set, areas, what areas you should set goals in, and right? And then the effective strategies for, successful goal achievement, right? And the Bible says this, right? My people perish due to lack of knowledge. And we believe that a lot of us, we, certain things we don't achieve in life because we don't have the knowledge. Either we don't seek the knowledge, or the knowledge doesn't, doesn't come to us. But at one point, we don't know, right? Goal settings, all right? The Bible says, write the vision, make it plain on tablets, that he may run who reads it. For the vision is yet for an appointed time, but at the end it will speak. It will not lie. Though it tarries, wait for it, because it will surely come. It will not tarry, right? So the Bible said you have to have a vision. First, you have to have a vision. Yes, when it's in your mind, it's a vision. When it's on paper, it is a plan. It is a goal. It is something you aiming towards. Make it plain on tablets, meaning write it somewhere, right? Anyone who reads it, who sees that vision, which is most likely you, will run with it, right? It says the vision is yet for an appointed time. It's not just for tomorrow. This is not like a microwave process, right? But it is for a specific time that it will come to pass. But it says at the end, it will speak. At the end, that dream, that goal, that desire that you have, that burning desire that you have, it will come to pass. Yes, it might take 5, 10 years or whatever, how long it takes, all right? It says, be patient, wait for it. So for you to see your goals become a reality, you gotta be patient. You gotta take action. You gotta write it down. There are certain principles that you have to do, right? So have you wondered, I'm sure you probably wonder why so many people are successful than you are, or so many people achieve, greatness and you have not. Well, there's a process, there's a principle, kingdom principle that they follow, that if you follow the same thing too, you will be, you will achieve greatness. All right, be intentional, right? The benefits of goal setting, right? So first of all, you have to be intentional about your goals, So why do you set goals? Goals give you direction. It gives you somewhere that you are going, right? It allows you to stay mentally, physically, emotionally, financially, and spiritually. It allows you to stay focused in all these areas on the road to where you want to go, right? Just like you see in that picture, you see that little flag. This is the goal where you want to go in life. It could be anything, to marriage, finance. You want to buy a house. You want to go back to school, or you want to pursue a career, your health. Whatever it is, it's a specific goal that you have. That thing, that desire, that whatever it is that keeps flashing in your mind that you want to achieve, but you don't know how do you go about taking that first step. Right? And the road is not going to be a straight path. Sometimes you're going to have to take multiple detours to get to where you want to go in life. But if you follow that formula for you to achieve your goals, for you to go through the process, you will see your goals come through, right? Goals, what do they provide? Like I said, they provide direction, clarity, purpose. It helps you to be intentional, right? And it gives you something like an objective, something for you to work after, right? I usually hear, I'm not married, I don't have any kids, but I usually hear, married couples says, hey, my purpose, or what inspires me in the morning is, for my husband, or for my kids, to leave a legacy for my kids or something. So your goals is pretty much the same thing. When the minute you wake up in the morning, you start thinking about, okay, what step can I take to achieve that particular goal? Because only I can make this a reality. Only you can make your dreams, your goals a reality. Whatever that idea, that thing that you have inside of you, and only you can give birth to it, right? Goals, it increases motivation, right? If you know by following all the steps that you have to follow, you're going to achieve that thing, it motivates you. It motivates you to wake up in the morning, even when you don't feel like waking up. It motivates you to to stay late at night, even if you don't feel like it, right? And it gives you focus. It helps you to stay focused. Focus itself, it is an acronym, right? Take notes on that, and you can screenshot this. Focus means follow one course until succeed. All right, until you are successful. So when you focus, you don't get distracted easily, right? You don't have people or things, social media, whatever's going on around the world. You don't have any of all these that causing distractions along the way. You already know exactly what's gonna get you there, what's not gonna get you there. So you stay focused so you can achieve that goals, right? Aspiration as well. And it gives you a higher chance of achieving success, right? And also setting goals, it gives you reasons, for why you should you should follow this, even when you don't feel like it. Why you should I don't know, whatever it is that you have to accomplish, why should you do that? You know, that's your reason. It helps you to reflect. It helps you to think better. It helps you to think wiser, you know, and the resources, because your goals, certain goals that you have, you're gonna have to go outside of your comfort zone, right? To connect, to network with people, to ask questions, to find a mentor, to find a coach, you know, just like finances. You want to increase your finance. You don't know how to do that. That would be Mrs. Marlene Stotts, you know, and that's a resource right there. And you want to buy the house, or you want to buy that car, or you want to change your zip codes, you know, the zip code wherever you are, it determines by your credit score. It determines by your credit score and your income. You see what I'm saying? But there are people that have the income, but because they don't have the credit score, they cannot live in a better zip code, right? But the resources, if you want to improve your credit, that's a goal. You don't know where to go. Miss Serenese, Coach Serenese is a resource right there, right? But it helps you setting goals. It helps you to take ownership, right? And that's one thing a lot of people don't have. And that's one thing, just like Serena said, I'm an active military personnel. I have soldiers under me, and a lot of my soldiers, I've seen, like, when they do wrong, they don't like taking ownership. And sometimes when I go through my counselings with them, I said, listen, it's all about taking ownership. The minute you take ownership for your life, your goals, what you've achieved, what you have not achieved, the minute you take ownership to that particular thing, this is where your breakthrough comes in. This is where your breakthrough starts, right? And results, of course, at the end of the day, we all want results, right? At the end of the day, you go to your job, you do a 9 to 5. At the end of the week, you're expecting a check. That's a result. At the end of the month, you're expecting something. You go to school, at the end of the semester, you expect to pass that class, or at the end of the, you know, at the end of the program, like Miss Kedna will be graduating soon with her master's, right? It's result, because whatever you do, the processes that you do will bring you result. And the word says that, right? It says, wait for it, it will surely come. You know, it will surely come. It will come to pass, right? So what kind of goals should you set? All right, that's the $1 million questions. So there are long-term goals and short-term goals, right? What's the difference between the short-term goal and the long-term goal? Short-term goals are accomplishments that take up to 2 years, no more than 2 years, right? Let's even push it a little bit to the left, you know, about a year and a half. If it's gonna take you more than a year and a half, then it falls on the long-term goal, right? So it takes you under 2 years to achieve in a short period of time, right? So with short-term goals, you're gonna set daily goals, weekly goals, monthly goals, you know, maybe a 3-month goal, a 6-month goals, up to a 12-month goals, right? But it's a step. There's a process for you to be able to start building things, you know, start writing your goals now that you want to achieve January of 2024, which is what, about 5 months from now. For you to be able to think that far, you have to be able to master your daily goals, right? Me, and I always tell my siblings and some of my friends, I do not start my day without an agenda, without a goal. What is it that I want to accomplish? You know, when I wake up in the morning, if I did not write my goals the night before, I do about 3 things first, right? You know, wake up, do my devotion, you know, conduct personal hygiene. And then the next thing is either my breakfast or writing my goals, or doing both at the same time while I'm listening to something positive or something instrumental that will expand my mind, right? So I can elevate my mind, so I can, you know, CJ talked about that personal development. And I believe Mrs. Marlene Stott, you know, touched on that too, personal development, expanding my mind to see, okay, what are my targets? What can be a distraction for me for the day? What cannot? If I set this particular time for me to study, I don't care who calls me, I'm not gonna pick up unless it's a family member that calls me 3 times. I know for a fact it's, you know, it's an emergency. But besides that, I already set that time to study, and that's what I'm gonna do. And the enemy will put distractions. The minute you make a decision, you will find all kind of distractions that will come your way. That's where, once you set goals, you will know what is a distraction, what is not a distraction. If it was not in my agenda, unless it's an emergency, I consider it as a distraction. I don't care who it is, right? So long-term goals, right, are accomplishment that takes 3 years or more to accomplish. Which some of them can fall under a yearly long-term goal, a 3 years, 5 year, 10 years. You probably standing on the road just like this guy, like, where do I go? Do I start with my long-term goals? Do I start with my short-term goals, right? It all gonna depends on which one is more priority, which ones are important and stuff like that. But there's no really a strong formula that says, okay, start with the short-term goals or start with the long-term goals. Now, short-term goals, it builds belief, right? If you set your goals and be like, today I'm going to accomplish 5 things, and you got 4 of them right out of the 5 things, you check them off your list, that's going to give you a booster of faith of mind. If I can achieve those 4 goals, guess what? Tomorrow I repeat the same thing, right? And that habit becomes a weekly habit, a monthly habit. Then from there, not only you tapping into short-term goals, you have the skills to start, targeting your long-term goals. So if you're the type of person that like to get distracted or discouraged very easily, I would say start with short-term goals. That short-term goals will build, faith, steps, a solid ground for you to build, to tackle your long-term goals. Short-term goals. What are some of the short-term goals you can set, right? You can set short-term goals on your health. Maybe you want to start that juicing, like Miss Kedna said, or you want to start going to the gym, or maybe start doing some home exercises, which, I focus on the physical fitness as well, but not so much. I'm more into the goal setting. If I can help you get to start on your goals, then you can transition into the physical fitness of doing some home exercises. Maybe you don't have the time to go to the gym, or you don't have the finances to sponsor that monthly membership. At one point, I did not have that monthly membership to go to the gym, and I didn't have the time neither. So I never had a gym membership, right? But there are some home exercises you can do, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you can do on that. Relationships, right? What kind of relationships do you want to build? Healthy relationships, maybe a relationship for this business, maybe, relationship with yourself, with your surroundings around you, right? Hobbies. What are some hobbies that you would like to start on, that you can start setting small goals towards them, right? In personal development, I'm very big on personal development. Personal development is you developing yourself. Wherever you want to go, you're not that person yet. You have to become that person for you to achieve that thing that you want to achieve, right? For example, I'm just going to throw it out there because that's what just come to mind. You want to buy, a 4 or 6 bedroom house, but you have 1 bedroom apartment, right? You cannot maintain that 1 bedroom apartment. So for you to be able to receive that 4 bedroom house, you have to start developing your mind, all right? Developing yourself on becoming that person that can manage a 4 bedroom house, right? And that goes on to everything. You want to go to medical school, you want to become that, entrepreneur or business owner. There's a mindset for you to become a business owner and stay on the track and achieve success. You see what I'm saying? And let's go on to weight loss. Weight loss can be short-term goal or long-term goal as well, right? So long-term goals, all right? So long-term goals require more thinking, more brainstorming, right? In various areas of your life. Your career. A career falls under long-term goals because it takes a little bit longer for you to, even a certificate, it takes you a little bit longer to achieve a career, so that falls under long-term goals. We talk about finances. Finances can be short-term, but let's look at it as a long-term goal, so that way you don't disappoint yourself on, okay, I want to save this amount of money in 6 months, but then how much money are you making? How much, what are your expenses? You see what I'm saying? So you want all that to be balanced. Your family, do you want to have a family in the future, or do you already have a family? But what is the goal? What is the family goal? And I believe Mrs. touch on that, where her and her husband, they sit down together, they plan, they have goals, they have not just financial goals, but the family goal. What are the family goals that you have for your family, for your kids, your retirement? That falls under long-term goals too. The retirement for you, your spouse, or your kids, their college funds, their life insurance that Mr. Saranes talked about not too long ago, investments, so for you to go into investment, you need that personal development to develop yourself into the investment world, right? And that would be Mr. CJ and Miss Clorna, who does a lot of the crypto stocks related and stuff, right? You want to start a business, right? Where do you start to start your business? You see what I'm saying? And career advancement. Maybe you're trying to get that promotion. Maybe you're trying to get that, whatever it is that you're trying to get. There are certain skills that you're going to have to develop for you to reach that career, that career, that career progression or promotions that you are looking for. Maybe some projects that you want to start. Maybe a nonprofit organizations that you want to start. Maybe you want to give more. Maybe you want to volunteer, in the community. Whatever it is that you wanna do, you can make it happen. All right. So my goals, which is your goals, right? When you read this, make it personal and say my goals. I'm gonna say Kedley's goals, right? And say your name and put the goals after your name, right? These are some areas that you can set goals. Set goals in every area of your life. Every area of your life, if it is important to you, set goals on it. Set small goals. Now, don't tackle all of them at the same time. You're going to get, confused, overwhelmed, and then boom, you're going to get, discouraged, and then the follow through, right? Tackle one of them at a time. Sit down and find out what is the most important thing to you right now. For some people, it's family. For some people, it's finance. For some people, it's their career, their education, their physical, or whatever it is that is the most important thing to you right now. This is what you want to focus on and start on that. All right. So let's start setting some goals. So for you to achieve your goals, right, like we already said before, you need a vision. All right, you need to plan it, you need to take action, and then you will find result. And all of these fall under being intentional. God has been intentional from the beginning, right? From the beginning, God has been intentional. God has being intentional by seeing the end in mind. What does that mean? You already see the end of it, right? Like Miss Kedna, she can see her graduating, walking up on that stage, even before she finished her career, or that leadership position that she's gonna get at her wherever arena she's gonna be working in the hospital or whatever. She already see it in mind. She already see herself, earning that master's degree. Whatever that goal that you have, you already see the end in mind of it, So what is the secret, to achieving your goals, right? Strategies to set and achieve your goals, which are the keys to success, right? Like I already said, right? You need a notebook. It doesn't have to be fancy. It could be, a notebook from the dollar store. I still have a notebook from the dollar store, that little black and white, whatever the name of it is, that little black and white hardcover. I still use that to write my daily goals. It doesn't matter. It doesn't really matter in what notebook you write it. What matters is that you write it down and you follow through, right? Have a notebook, write the vision or the idea that you have, just as God instructed us, right? And create a plan of action, which we're gonna go a little bit more into details, right? And then acquire knowledge. If you don't have knowledge in that area, where can you go? right? Nowadays, you have AI, like, Mr. CJ already said, AI to give you information. You have YouTube, that can be a, YouTube University. You can find anything, books, audios, connect to somebody who resonates to wherever it is that, wherever it is that you want to go. And the hard thing is taking action. My friends, I'm gonna tell you this. There are times you're gonna wake up in the morning, you don't feel like it. This is where you will test yourself to see who you really are. Those oppositions, they come in your life to test you, to see how serious you are about achieving that goal, how serious you are about going after that career. All of a sudden your car start breaking down, your finances is going downhill. Would you be willing to take the bus to go to school to pursue that career? Right? What is it that are you willing to do to make sure that you are the one that make that dream a reality? You are the one that have to push. Just like a pregnant woman have to push, a baby out. You have to push that baby out of you. Only you can push that baby out of you, right? And prioritize your goals, set milestones and deadlines. And we're going to cover that, and you track yourself. Like I said, when I set my daily goals, I said, okay, today I'm going to call this place. After I call that place or book that appointment, I put a check mark, or I cross it off. I feel like this is the best feeling for me is when I'm checking something off my list, and celebrate at the end. Once you achieve whatever it is, a small little thing, you can still celebrate. Take yourself out to eat, maybe ice cream, not for those that want to lose weight, ice cream, something that, you've all wanted, you haven't had, or you never had before. Treat yourself. It could be small, it could be big, but celebrate along the way. All right. And I already talked about setting daily and weekly goals. Review your goals, writing the goals down, and put that notebook somewhere under the couch. Pretty soon you're gonna find the dog will start eating pages off of it. No, you have to keep it very close to you. Make this become your Bible, your purse, whatever it is that it is, right? Make that your goals. And you're gonna need to be disciplined. You're gonna have to be patient, and you're gonna need resiliency to achieve your goals. You're gonna need to be consistent and persistent when those oppositions arrive. SMART goals. It's almost over, right? SMART goals. SMART goals is an acronym that stands for specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time bound. All right. This is really your roadmap for you to achieve any goal. It has to be specific. You cannot say, I want to lose weight. All right. That's not specific enough. I want to lose 10 pounds. That's specific. You cannot say, I want to buy a house. I want to buy a 3-bedroom house in West Palm Beach, or in wherever it is that you want to go, right? And it has to be measurable, right? It cannot just be vague. Oh, I want to lose 10 pounds in 3 days. Like, really? That's not measurable, I mean, yeah. So you want to give yourself, I want to lose 10 pounds in 6 months. That falls under attainable. Are you able to achieve it? Are you able to achieve that finance that you want to, that money that you want to save? Are you able to save it in 6 months? Because there are some other protocols, other things that you have to factor, right? Your bills, your emergency funds, and all that stuff. So you want the goal to be specific. It has to be measurable, right? It has to be attainable, meaning that you have to be able to achieve it in that time frame that you said you wanna achieve it. And it has to be relevant. Why do you want to achieve that goal? Why do you want that house? Why do you want to buy the car? Is it because all your friends are buying cars? They have a brand new home? Or is it because it's something that you really want to achieve? And then time bound too. You want to give yourself enough time to achieve your goals. You don't want to underestimate it, overestimate it, but you want to give yourself enough time. And all these comes with, they come with experience. And we already talked about that career. Oh, so you set goals, you set personal goals and professional goals. All right. So it's literally 2 types of goals that you set. personal goals and, professional goals. All right, so as we get, closer to our presentation, guys, I put this slide on there. This is not to impress you, but to impress upon yourself that you can achieve your goals. When you set goals, success will surely come. That's what the word says, right? So I was able to achieve a prestigious leadership position in the military simply because I followed these principles, right? And within, I would say, under 2 years, I achieved the rank of a non-commissioned officer because I had specific goals. I was hungry. I was hungry for success. I was not hungry for the rank. I was hungry for success because I know if I can set that goal, right, I can achieve it, right? I wrote my goals down. I review it every day, and I did everything that I had to do, right? Go to the gym every day to pass those physical tests. Wake up early in the morning, stay late at night to study, to do whatever that I had to do. So all I'm telling you guys, this is not magic. This is not impossible. This is what successful people do. Successful people, they set goals, they plan it, they go after it, and they find results. And I'm telling you that you can do the same thing too. Managing goals can give returns in all areas of personal and professional life. This is true, all right? So in summary, right, the Bible says, again, for as the body without the spirit is dead, so faith without work is dead. Yes, you can have faith. Yes, you can, you can pray or fast all day. If you don't take that action to work on your dreams, to work on your goals, it's a dead dream. It's a dead goal. It's a dead, it's dead. So dream big. Dream big. There's no limitation to your dreams. All right. The only limitation is the limitation that you set for yourself. Dream big. Write down your dreams. Set goals, plan them, and take action. Take massive action, guys. Take massive action. You're gonna have people that's gonna say that's gonna tell you you cannot achieve this goal, or your own self gonna talk you out of it, right? Or family members or somebody that is close to you. But remember that only you can make that dream a reality. All right, this is a bonus, right? If you are serious about achieving your goals, follow these steps, guys. Follow these steps. Set the goal and take a screenshot of this. Set the goal, make plans, get to work and stick to it. All right. And then you will find result. Hopefully you took a screenshot of this. And let's stay connected, right? With the Legulus family, we want to thank everyone who's been, staying connected on this Mastermind Expo. So you can find the Legulus on our Facebook page, Instagram, the Legulus website, thelegulus.com or legulusexpo.com. Also, stay connected with me too. I'm on Facebook. I'm the only one. I'm the only Cadley Legulus. Our last name is very unique. If you find the Legulus, it's really one of us, guys. So I'm on Facebook, IG, my website, and my email address. You can email me. If you're looking for a one-on-one coaching, go ahead, you can do that. But also stay tuned for all the projects that we have, that we have coming up. I want to leave you with one of my favorite verses in the Bible. It says, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. All right. So there were times where I didn't say I lost hope, but it's like you try your goal, you fail. You try everything that you could, you still fail, So that was my inspirational verse to keep believing that, I can do it. I believe I can do it because the word says that I can do it. So therefore, yes, it's going to take time. It might delay, but it's going to happen anyways. All right. So Coach Cadley, once again, thank you everyone who's been here staying connected with us. I pass the mic to you, Mr. Soranis, or whoever's taking over. Thank you.
Thanks, Florina.
All right. Hello, everybody. We just want to thank you all so much for being on this expo. It is a blessing to have you on this expo with us this lovely Saturday. Thank you for taking the time out. So this year we were able to impact close to 100 people, which is a major milestone for us. And so we would not be able to do it without your support, which is why we are going to ask you for one, give yourself a round of applause. Go ahead. I want to see you guys give yourself that round of applause for being here. And number two, woohoo, good job. Thank you guys for putting on your cameras. The next thing I want you guys to do is I want you guys to stay connected with us so that way next year, because this is an annual thing for us, next year you will receive the updates so that way you can join us again and also be able to share this with people who are not here and also next year be able to send this out to your friends. So you can find us on Instagram and Facebook at the Lejulis. So Kedley, as you can see, I think she's showing up on the screen right now, but you could see the Lejulis everywhere. I don't think you can miss it at this point. If it's the THELEJULUS, I'll give you guys a moment to find and follow us. All right. March those fingers, march those fingers, march those fingers, march those fingers. Whoop, 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 whoop. Okay, all right, that was kind of corny, but was everybody able to get a chance? All right, I'm going to assume that you guys got a moment to be able to do that. Next thing, we obviously want to improve this this expo. We don't want to stay the same. We want to continuously improve. And so we are asking you to please provide your feedback to us. I am putting the link right now in the chat for you to be able to do that. Hold on one second. All right, and if you could just take a quick moment to do that as well. This will enable us to be able to not only expand the platform, but also be able to specialize and bring in possible experts on those topics that interest you guys the most. So please be honest in your feedback. We value your honesty. All right. And we are going to do the raffle. So please don't just exit after you do the survey. We're going to do the raffle very soon. And also thank you guys for staying and sticking through with us, because I know that we went a little bit over, just a little, well, actually not, maybe not just a little bit, close to 30 minutes over, but we thank you for your patience.
And also while you're waiting, Ms. Klarna, if you can give a shout out to, we have, you know, people listening from Europe, overseas, if you can give a shout out to them.
Yes, thank you for that. Thank you for that. That was actually on my notes. This year we went international, guys. That was another thing that I probably should have led with. We went international this year, guys. We currently have listeners in London, the UK, and Ghana. So y'all, we went to the motherland. This is huge. For only nation we had out was Nigeria. And this year we have, we also have Nigeria in the house. Lagos, let's go. Lagos in the house. Ghana in the house. London in the house. So we went to 2 continents this year. Well, 3, 4. I don't know the math. The math is off now, guys. But nevertheless, we are extremely grateful that we went international this year. And that is a huge, huge thing as we are aiming to impact. And so able to reach those people and in those countries. And so we are extremely grateful for that. All right. So let's give a shout out to Lagos, Nigeria, Ghana, Accra, UK. Go ahead and shout them out. US, you know,
the Caribbean.
We appreciate y'all too. I know at some point we had Trinidad and Tobago in the house. Shout outs to them. And so extremely, extremely, extremely grateful. All right, so moving forward, assuming that everyone had a moment to go ahead and fill out that survey for us. Next thing in line, we are going to, give me one second. we are going to go through the raffle. Let's go to the raffle. All right, so just so you guys know, hold on one second. Okay, I need to share my screen really quickly. Hold on, y'all. Hold on, give me a second. I have to disconnect so I can pull up the raffle really quickly. But meanwhile, we want to remind you guys to please don't forget to send your
Do we have
email.
it random?
Yes, I have a raffle generator that's going to choose, so that way
Nice.
one says we discriminated, because that is not our goal.
Oh, we love AI.
Did we share it? Did we share it on Facebook and social media?
I got a wheel of
Anybody want
names. Clona, you want me to share? I have wheel of names.
Yeah, go ahead and share that. See if we can, because we want to make it as even as possible. Well, we want to make everybody needs to have a shot. So we're not just picking somebody's name out of a bucket. So we'll let it all by
Let's put
chance.
some music and allow Facebook and YouTube viewers to vote as well.
Well, YouTube will be able to participate. Only people from Zoom.
Yeah, I
really?
have a list of people. Just give me a second, because technical difficulties.
All right. Some music, Sinus, in the meantime.
All right, you know, one of my favorite songs. I'm gonna play one of my favorite songs. I think it's a party song, and I know again, we do not own the rights to this song right here. Hold it. All right, here we go. Okay, so a little bit of music while you guys get everything together. So, oh yeah.
But they do not know the infinite size. When I need motivation, my one solution is my queen, cause she stays strong. Yeah,
I'm not a radio DJ, but this goes out for all the ladies.
Right there when I wanna. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, cause oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. She walks like a model. She grants my wishes like a genie in a bottle. Yeah, yeah, cause I'm the wizard of love, and I got the magic wand. All these other girls are tempting, but I'm empty when you're gone. And they say, do you need me? Do you think I'm pretty? Do I make you feel like cheating? I'm like, no, not really, cause oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her. Oh, I think that I found myself a cheerleader. She is always right there when I need her.
Alrighty. Are you guys able to view my screen?
No, can you share it?
Yeah, share it again.
Are you guys able to see it now?
Now you have to share it. Okay, now go ahead and share it, Claire.
All right, there you go. Woohoo!
All right, so going once,
I was able to share everybody, add everybody's name into this raffle. So if you logged in or if you registered or if you were commenting, I added your name onto this. And so we currently have 7 prizes. So we know that Mrs. Stotts blessed us with a really great presentation and she has a great book out. So we are actually going to give 4 people on this call with one of her books. The next one, we have Credit Rehab. So just like we said, we have repentance, we need deliverance. So we definitely need to have those credit scores fixed as soon as possible. Or even if you just have any questions about improving your credit, all right? So we have 2 of those, which were graciously gifted to us by Mrs. Steyanis for 2 months. The next one is a Royal Armani gift card. So the boutique also graciously gifted us with a gift card for you to be able to shop with them and find something very fashionable, which was sponsored by Miss Kedna. And so these gifts are amazing. And so I'm going to go and choose each person. I do ask that you reach out to us through email. So I'll add the link again. I'll add the messages again. And the messages, I'm sorry, in the chat, you will get the email to send. If you are chosen as a winner, please reach out to us. I'll add it again. So that's going to be sorales1@gmail.com. That is your method of getting into contact with us because these names are just, some people provided emails, some didn't, all right? So the first one for the first book is going to be, woo, spin the wheel, spin the wheel. Winner, 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 winner.
Hear the drum, the music.
All right. Mr. or Mrs. Dilbar is our first winner for the book. Please reach out to your shipping address and your information.
All right, congratulations.
Let's go.
Hold on,
Dilbar.
let them take a screenshot. Let them take a screenshot.
Yes.
All right, no problem. Go ahead.
Right. Congrats.
Congratulations.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right, so we're gonna remove you so that way you don't get chosen away.
That's right.
In case you're that lucky person on this call.
That's
All right.
Bye, Dilbar.
Congratulations. All right, next one for the second book. Woo! The energy up.
Roll.
All right. Miss Karen
Bogard.
Karen
Look at that.
Congratulations, Karen.
Yeah, congratulations, Karen.
Share that
Take a
gift.
screenshot.
All right. Make sure to email us.
Where was Karen watching from?
She was on Facebook. So shout out to our
Okay.
Facebook people.
Karen, way to go, Karen.
Facebook Live. All right. Next one. Let's go. Keep up that energy. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. Spin the wheel. All right. Next person chosen. Amos Pierre. Congratulations.
Amos.
Yes. Congratulations, Amos.
All
Congratulations, Amos.
All right. Next one. Now, the fourth book is going to go to.
This is the last one, right?
Spin
The last
wheel,
book?
spin the wheel.
No, we have
Yes,
7.
last book.
Our last book. Our last book. Okay.
All right, I'm sponsoring 2 more books.
Oh,
Michael, stop.
Michael Stotts.
He won his own book.
Clear. It's going back to the Stotts household, huh?
Yes. Let's give it back
All
to a well-deserved.
All right, let's do
person.
another spin.
Oh. All right. Let's remove and
Remove that. Yeah. I want to give a big shout out to Donna Maria. She's
Not
a
that
great
Michael
friend.
doesn't deserve it, but Michael has what? Thousands of them?
literally. He gets to wake up to the gems every morning. All right.
Michael got it for
Marie H.
Marie H.
Wow, Marie. She
All
doesn't
right,
need
congratulations,
it.
Marie H. Wow.
Marie, way to go. You're a
Take a
winner.
screenshot, Marie.
Marie, she's a winner in our book. You win, Marie.
Okay.
And
All right.
Bisha-
I would like to give 2 more books.
Yay. Awesome.
Oh, all right.
All right. Kelly's feeling generous. Go ahead and bless those folks. Go
Yes,
ahead.
ma'am. Yes, yes, yes. I believe
Go
we
ahead,
have
spin
great
it.
people on the Zoom that really need the book.
Okay. Can I
All
win?
right. Okay, all right. Ba-da-ba-ba.
So what if the person don't want the book and they want, if they want what if they want the gift card instead of the book? Do they have that option?
I don't think they do.
Unfortunately, no. At this point, we're just going by the books, then the rehab, and then also the gift card. So we're just going in order. So if you personally want to gift anyone on this call, you can reach out to them. Is that what you meant?
Yes.
Okay.
No,
So
if whoever selected for the book, they don't want the book. Whoever selected for the book, they don't want the book. They probably want that, you know, credit repair consulting with Coach Serenis. Can they switch?
Unfortunately, no.
All right. So I have, I had a lot of
Unfortunately,
friends of mine on this.
right.
Big
All right.
shout out to my good friend.
All right, let's keep it moving.
All right,
We'll
let's
give,
keep going.
we'll give that option afterwards, Serenis.
All right. So the next one for the first credit repair is going to go to. All right. Donna Maria Austin.
Donna, let's go. Woo. Okay.
Donna, congratulations.
I got her book.
Congratulations.
Donna.
Please send an email to confirm
Right,
and
Dara.
book that time frame.
It's funny. Wait. It's funny.
Congratulations,
Donna always
Donna.
speak. Here's something, guys. I'm gonna show you something. Okay. Where's Donna? Wow. That's one of the reasons why you need to speak things into life. If I were to show you, she told me she was gonna come in because we had the prize. She was gonna win. I promise you that she texted me that.
Woo-hoo. Congratulations.
Wow, that's very good.
Congratulations.
You gotta, whatever it is you want, you gotta put it out there.
Yeah, you gotta
in the
put it out there.
universe.
Wow, way to go, Donna.
Congratulations, Donna.
All right, next one for the credit repair is going to go to, make some noise. It's going to Nikki.
Nikki, all right, Nikki, congratulations.
And I think Nikki is joining us from another country, I believe. I don't remember which country, but congratulations to you.
Well, can she use the gift, or should we give it to? Or she say thank you. Does she want the gifts, or does she want to give it to someone else?
Congratulations.
Yeah,
we'll get back to them later and figure out.
Okay.
And then the last gift is going to go to, make some noise. This is the Royal Armani gift card. It is going to Philip. Woohoo!
Philip. Philip.
Philip doesn't have a last name, but
There's a lot of Philip. I can be a Philip.
Yeah, exactly.
But please send us an email to confirm that you saw that you are a winner, and we will process your shipping and contact information so that way we get these things out to you as soon as possible. All right, and just the honorary, we do have 2 people that we would quickly just like to honor and essentially just give an extra prize to. It's going to be lucky winner, who was on the call, been a supporter for a long time. And so we just want to honor you and give you that. And then also we are going to Darisma.
There it is.
Lucky winner. And next one is who was the third one?
Mo.
Mo.
Yeah.
All right. So those are the 3 ones. Mo, Darisma, and Lucky are our honorary members. And so we thank you guys so much for being on this call and just joining us this year. And so until next year.
Thank you guys.
Wait, did you select someone for the gift card?
Yes, I did.
It was Philip.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Awesome. All right. So let's
all right, Mo, you will be getting a book from me directly.
Mo.
Woo! Congratulations and thank you guys.
Congratulations to all the winners.
Can we play some music as we thank everyone? You know, each of us go and thank everyone, especially some personal friends we can give a shout out to and stuff.
Absolutely. This is Coach Serenis. You know, really from the bottom of my heart, whole crew of the Expo, I want to say thank you to everyone for sticking around. I've had people that since before we opened, like Nikki, I'm glad she won something. Nikki was here 30 minutes before as soon as the door opened, 30 minutes before